we go.
Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Swan and I will be your GM for today's game. I'd like to go ahead and re-welcome Merc to our campaign.
Hey.
Thanks everybody, it's great to be here at the start this time.
He has been very patient when waiting of, can I come in yet? Can I come in yet? Can I come in yet? Hold on. We're
For like
supplying
what?
shit.
A session and a half?
It's better than some people who waited months, okay?
That is fair.
So, as we all crowd around our tiny desk somewhere in the world, who can tell me what happened last session?
Well, we initially started with finishing a few things up at Omia 6 and getting some potions of fire begun to be crafted. Fire resist, sorry, not fire or fire resist. Important difference. And then I think we just went from there right to hopping onto our ship and flying off, right? Or did we do something else?
We took a priestess with us.
Yes.
We decided at the last minute to drop the Illithid token off with one of the daughters so that, hopefully there is some... He can continue the research without, fucking us up.
Yes,
We
I believe
discovered a T-Rock.
some players will have some interesting dialogue regarding that later. But otherwise, what else has happened? So you guys left Omia 6, collecting your companions together, shipping off into the great outer veil. And
What about me?
no, it's just the outer, like the
I'm
weave
being
veil.
facetious.
No, oh, go. And while flying through, you did come upon this kind of like organic, metallic sounding distress call that was coming off from the distance, and you could see what almost looked like the brimming of battle on a distant rock that sparks with electrical and this organic purple energy. And as you guys approached, you found a Merc. Merc, what were you doing on the rock? Or would you like to hold that till you are in a better speaking position?
Just trying to remember what we were doing. We were heading to... sorry, Sean, you'll have to forgive me. I don't remember the name of the planet offhand. We were heading to a different planet.
You were actually heading to Pyra's Turn.
Yes, that's the one, yes. Yeah, we were heading to a different planet. And came up... And then I'm trying to remember what happened on the ship. I don't know if we ever discussed that.
You want to wait till after the times and beings?
Yeah, if we could.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you guys were finding Merc with what looks like a set of twins on this rock. And after a brief battle with some scabbers, it appears that the scabbers had called in for their dormant guardians within the realms of the inner asteroids. And Rowan, you've been pretty tasty, I won't lie. Especially since
even some scabbers have to have good taste every once in a while, I suppose.
Do they have to?
Good joke, good sir.
It's merely a law of averages. Eventually you will find one with good taste after sorting among the trash.
This is probably correct.
And it is with that we now return to our battlefield. Once, Kenku decides to work correctly. There it is. And I believe it is now Vale's turn.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Vale, as a reminder to you, your token is on the right-hand side unless you are jumping off the ship to help either Roven or Alloy, who have currently jumped off board. Alloy landed trying to help protect Roven in this distressing time as 3 large void scavers seem to approach at quick-neck speeds to protect their kin.
What's the distance between the ship and the asteroid?
You guys, well, in respect to Eris's flying, you are now
Ship is currently
right
sitting
on
on
top of
asteroid.
it. But your height is about 30 feet up.
Deck to asteroid, 30 feet.
Or why Roll20 keeps changing on me.
You guys have done a pretty good pummeling job on this north side one so far.
Roll20 is having a heart attack, and now I can't see anything.
I don't think I can do an EKG on a roll 20.
That would probably end poorly.
Yeah.
Do you want me to move your token for you for the moment while you're getting reset?
Sure. I mean, this is the second time I've reset, and now we're still trying to work on it. I'd like to get off the ship and attempt to, like, murder whatever it is that I can see, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so you're gonna jump off the ship like Alloy?
May as well set me up beside her, I guess, and we'll attempt to attack. Like, let's go save Roven's ass, and probably, as I'm coming off the ship, I will do my best to, like, throw a dagger at a thing that I can't see because I can't see.
Are you able to roll a acrobatics check?
Sure.
Acrobatics would probably be your better of the stats.
Does the ship have a ladder for this kind of shit? Like a rope
Oh
ladder?
yes, because
I
it's
was about to ask you,
literally
are you leaping or are you gonna...
I can run down most of the deck and then get to some degree of, like, safety before I jump.
If you ran the deck and then down, you would hit the ground right at the
I can't
base of
see,
the
so, you know, awesome. You guys move me and I will, like, theater of the mind this. I think I got, like, a 17, so...
Yeah, I can't make this open. Like, this is the
Okay,
third fucking
so I was gonna say, since you were going to more so focus on escaping on quick foot, you run across the deck, easily hopping over the side rail and then down. You feel your feet kind of holding on to the wooden side of the last call as you eventually make it all the way down with your double run, and you make it about 5 feet from Alloy and about 10 feet away from the Void Scaver. Any bonus actions?
Are we cool just pausing for her? Because I think she needs to do a reset of her machine. Like, I'm looking at
No,
it.
I don't want to have to do a reset of my machine. Not the fuck again!
Look, if it'll fix it, maybe. I know it sucks. Just
Well, I think we're gonna have we have quite a bit of
Pause,
time
I'll be
before.
back.
yeah, no rush.
Skip my turn a couple rounds. I'll come back and do things.
It's alright.
Do you want Kadros to do anything in the meanwhile?
He can go hit the fuck out of whatever it's attacking Roven. How about that? He can act. I'll be holding actions. I'll be back.
Alright, do your
Holding
best.
actions. Okay. So we will say that Kadros will go ahead and fly off the ship as it tries to go ahead and intercept the one attacking Roven. It's going to make 2 of his telekinetic Ren.
This next week better be fucking better.
Both of those are going to hit. For a good chunk of 40 damage. Wow. And I had to break out my personal calculator again because big numbers hurt my...
Big numbers hurt brain. Big numbers hurt brain.
All right, Rovan, you have been snacked on. There's a big sharky. It's up right next to you. There's another sharky that is right next to your snake, and it's not a great time right now. You do see the light blue of the Kadro Sunblade flying off, followed by 2 large strikes of energy onto it, which does help in the meantime. But I'm suspecting you're a bit hurting.
Not as hurting as they're going to be. Now, as a reminder, the space shark that is most furthest out has scared Conduit. And I take offense to that one personally, but we'll deal with it momentarily. Can you remind me, the one directly south of me is hurting the most, correct?
It is not actually. You would say that the one that's sitting most close to Conduit has actually taken a spear bolt to the side.
And a few rounds.
So
from
it
off.
is hurting more so.
Well, Conduit's going to go ahead and attack that.
Okay.
Conduit rolls an 18 and a 2. I believe it. Sorry, I was track. Conduit rolls a 23 and a 7. The 23 should hit.
23 will hit.
Conduit does 19 damage.
And how would he kill this shark?
Ooh.
Encircle the shark and then bite his head off, I suspect.
Ooh.
Conduit is rather hungry after.
Oh. I thought I had a thing. Yep, there it is.
Sorry, I will be right back.
Conduit sneaks and kind of coils underneath the Void Scaver as it tries to lurch back in your direction, goes ahead and goes for the neck. You see him dig his teeth in a quick electrical shock. The entire creature seems to almost... the last bits of its life and throws. It dies. I'm trying to think of the appropriate word, and it's all going downhill, but it dies. As it softly just kind of hovers in air, laying still.
Now, the Rovan, I believe the one south of him was the one that bit him, so Rovan is going to bite that one back. Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
Rovan rolled 19 and 23 for attack rolls, doing a grand total of 36 damage.
Ah. Is this you stabbing with your blades?
Yes, sir. That'll be double swipes with Sunblade specifically.
You go ahead and feel your blades pierce through the skin of this Void Scaver with ease as it goes ahead and severs off bits and pieces. It cuts through without any issue. If a Void Scaver made a noise that I had, it would be a horrific sound. And it smells like burning fish. Horrific burning fish.
That one's all yours too, Conduit. You enjoy. And
Maybe
that
for
will
Little
be...
Think?
Yeah. Little Think rolls a 12 on attack, which is not sufficient.
So he goes for the bite, but this jerky's too thick. Okay. Belnaya. There's guts and dead scaver on board the ship. Your companions are leaping off the side. Would you like to join them by leaping off the side? What will you do?
I think she's more sensible than that.
I think she said she would be right back.
Yeah, she did.
Oh. Okay then. I will
Please stand
hold
by.
that. Hold
The
that
veil
action.
is back.
Vale is back. Okay. Eris, before we skip to you real quick, we're going to skip back to Vale.
Vale
what
would
were
just
you-
like to attack. Vale would just like to attack everything and everyone, and you know.
Now, you only had... I would say you only have your bonus action left. Because you
Fine,
did double move
then-
to get down the ship.
I will let Kadros do the attacking on this thing then.
Okay. And he did strike for 40 points of damage as you see whips and pieces kind of attack at the stern of this creature, which is taking
Well
more
done,
and more
him.
additional hits.
Then I'll let him do that for the first thing. Attack option.
All right. Eris, you are still in control of the ship.
Mhm.
What would you like to do from here?
I want to laze the ship off the asteroid, just barely enough so I can maneuver around a bit. People can still get back on
Okay.
it. And I want to order the goblins and the dozy to hit this guy over here by right here,
Okay.
using the onboard weaponry.
You will send your commands over to the crew, and they will go ahead and start prepping the reloading process. As you see, every goblin and every Hadozi on the ship, and then Dag somewhere that's like, I need everyone to me right now! Double time! Triple time if we have to do it! I don't know what's above quadruple time, but damn it, I want that one too!
God bless him.
And I'm going to give him like the best broadside I can give him to hit that target accurately.
Are you gonna move are you moving the ship or just kind of pull it off the rock?
Just lifting off the asteroid so I can have rotation, and then rotate it enough to give broadside to that one.
Okay, sounds good.
Tell them to unleash when ready.
I will.
Did you want to use any of your...
Oh, you're asking if I want some, right? Yeah, I'll have some.
I forgot what
Thanks, sweetie.
that the ship has. Because you do have a spell.
Some kind of laser thing, but I think it's not just from the front.
Well, you can fire it from anywhere you see from the ship.
Oh. Then I'm going to shoot this guy.
You don't have to be facing one direction. You have omnipotent sight around.
Well, then I'm going to blast the bits out of this guy then.
All right, and that ability is because I'm having trouble finding it. Why am I having trouble finding it? Not Eldritch Blast, Firebolt. There it is. All right, you are going to make a ranged spell attack.
That's remind me again what it is.
Do
for
a
this
D20 plus your spell attack bonus. I think yours is your wisdom.
one. 6.
Your total is 6. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that, sir. What was it?
Yes. Oh god.
And then
Really?
I apologize.
Really
It's also
nice.
your ability score bonus as well.
Sorry, I was waiting for them to.
I think that
pause.
should be 3.
I mean, I would really
So it's a
like
total
to
of 9.
look for a good place
And
Okay.
so
just to
you're
see
trying to maneuver
where to live,
the
I
ship as you're pulling up. You're trying to get a shot in, and you're having trouble not hitting the shark at the same time. Hitting your companions at the same time as you're trying to both turn in one direction and another at the same moment.
Take a look around.
It's complicated, but you're not able to get through to without causing
looking.
further damage to your allies.
At that point, I'll just make sure the alignment's correct for the onboard weaponry, otherwise.
Okay.
That'll be it for me.
Merc, you crawled back up onto the ship,
Hmm.
if I'm correct.
I don't think I quite
Yeah, like
made it all the
try.
way up. I think the ruling was I was on the side of the ship.
Okay.
I think that was kind of what we had
I'm still
decided.
looking for your. I was looking for your token.
It's here. It's underneath the dead merc.
Oh, it's
See?
underneath the tip.
It,
Okay.
it was underneath
That's fine.
the echo that got destroyed earlier. So, to start with, I'm going to attack with the echo.
Okay.
Oh, what did it do? That was not what I meant to click.
It gave the destruction.
What the
It gave
heck?
the description.
I know. Okay. Sorry. 1 second. So a 16 against the little shark. Is that
Against
enough
the little
to
shark
hit
will
them?
Definitely hit.
Okay.
that is enough to hit it.
Oh, and it's at the description again. Hang on.
I will know how your glaive works by the end of this.
So that is going to be 7 damage. Hang on.
7 is just
No,
enough that your echo goes ahead. Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say 7 is just enough that your glaive goes ahead and slices the rest of the shark, splitting it.
Okay. And then,
And he goes.
okay. The Great Weapon Fighter feat allows me to... Where is it here? On your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points with 1 attack, you can make 1 melee weapon attack as a bonus action. So basically, it gives me an extra attack against a
Okay.
different creature, which I'm going to use against the other one beside me there. The big brown one. I think that was the brown, right? So that's going to be a 25 to hit, which I'm assuming hits, and that's not
Yes.
that's not a crit either. So, okay, here we go.
As he continues to strike through the gray and right into the brown.
All right, and that will be 15 damage.
It cuts right into the mouth of this creature, slicing into the side where the giggles are, and also it just goes ahead and causes like that Joker style cut on the left hand side. You hear it kind of grunt in distress as you whip your blade around.
Okay. Then I'm going to use the extra attack from my attack action to hit it again.
Okay.
That's going to be a miss. Nope. That's the damage roll. My apologies. This is going to be with my -5 modifier to hit, and that's also going to be a miss.
Okay.
So that attack misses, and I don't have any other attacks. So what the main merc is going to do is he is going to climb the rest of the way to get on the ship. Now, how close am I to the other side of the ship? Because the ship was rotated.
I'd say you just made it over the rail, so I would give you maybe like 10 more feet of movement.
Okay.
And I just moved your token.
Yeah, okay, so not far enough to really do much. I'm assuming to get close to the other shark, I would have to be on the other side of the ship? Like, move straight across? Is that right?
You would have to move straight across to go to the other side, yes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and that would unfortunately dispel my echo here. Because I'm too far away now. It's within 30 feet. That'll be my turn.
Alright. The brown scaver is... You said your echo is gone, or because you moved out of range?
Yes, I'm more than 30 feet away, so
Okay.
it's gone now.
Okay. So the Void Scaver is going to go back after its lovely meal that is Roven, because Roven looks still tasty and just hit me, and I don't appreciate that.
Is that the one that Alloy's beside?
Yes.
She is going to cause him to attack at disadvantage.
Okay. That is a 23.
Ah! I tried.
And Roven, I do need a DC 16 Dexterity saving throw.
Okay, that will hit. One moment.
Yep, sorry, Drew. I tried.
All good, appreciate it. Roven rolls 24 for dex saving. I'm sorry, Roven is kind of.
Roven, you cut into this creature, but it still doesn't stop the massive jaws that seem to come down on top of you for 45 points of piercing damage.
And Roven is down.
Roven is down for the first time in a while.
Mm. That's not good.
And I'm gonna eat your body like no one body. Now I'm gonna move this one up, and I'm gonna attack conduit. Does a 19 hit conduit?
$19 will hit conduit.
I do need a DC 16 dexterity saving throw. Actually, hold on. I don't think I need a dexterity saving throw because he's too big. The answer is... Nope, he is... No, he technically still classifies. So, no, I still need a dexterity saving throw.
Conduit rolls 16 on dex.
Okay, it just passes, but he will still go ahead and go for his bite. For 32 points of piercing damage. As he goes ahead and takes a large chunk out of conduit after taking a bite out of its mate. This brown scaver is now going to go after the ship.
Oof. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Oh, good.
Ilnaya, what is your AC?
14.
Okay. Did you have any actions you saved? I know you were gone for a little while.
Sorry, don't know. I'm sorry. I had to run him without think about it.
Ilnaya, you see this massive shark that was attacked by Merc as Merc crawls over the side of the ship, come up to bite you, but instead of biting you, it just bites into the ship. Just
that's
barely missing you.
Nice try, idiot. I'm gonna try opening your eyes next time.
Oof, oof.
Go ahead and do an intimidation check.
Sure. He is not a born intimidator, but 7. I am rolling poorly tonight.
Sorry, that should have been a 5. So nothing at this time, but just as you mock this creature, you will hear both the mangonel as well as the catapult both firing. And this is a +5, and this one's a...
If they are in the minimum range now because of it moving toward it, they will switch targets if possible.
That's right. No, they are still... Okay, this one can't hit more than 60 feet, so the mangonel can't work. So it's... Thank you.
So the mangonel will switch targets to this guy then, if possible.
Noted and can do. Actually, I don't think it would be able to, because it's only like 10 feet away. You are technically too close. You are technically too close for both with the mangonel. Want to keep the void scaver as the primary target for the, or so you want to keep the brown scaver as the primary target for the ballista, or you could still hit either one with the ballista. Eris?
One more time.
The mangonel is actually too close for all three of them.
Really?
Yes.
Even the big guys?
It has to be further than 60 feet.
Oh, yeah.
This one is 10 feet.
Mhm.
That one is 25 feet.
All right, who's running the mangonel right now?
That would be the goblins.
New orders for the goblins is attack the recent border.
I'm sorry, repeat again.
The goblins are now to attack the guy that just boarded the ship. The shark that just came in, and then I hit.
Oh, okay, now I see.
Since the catapult that is no longer usable, they are, well, that's the Hodozi up there.
Yeah, but yes, you want your crew to attack them.
Yes, whoever's
It is
unable to use the object will attack that.
Is that enough to hit this? It is enough to hit it. Okay, and then... So I need, Eris, can you roll me 5d10 for the mangonel?
Sweet.
And can you roll me 3d10 for the ballista?
No, was not able to hit anything.
I'm sorry?
The mangonel wasn't able to hit anything.
No, you said you wanted to hit from 60 feet, which that is 60 feet, and that will hit. It does hit 13.
Oh, okay. I was misunderstanding things. Sorry, was the second roll then? Roll.
So roll 3d10, and who is the ballista hitting? The ballista hitting the void, or is the ballista hitting the brown?
I'm all muckered.
I'm
So
sorry.
who? One of them wasn't able to hit something. I'm all turned around now.
What? No, both of them hit.
Okay, they're hitting. If they're able to hit the one that's on the
my
ship.
question is, what do you want to hit? Because the ballista got a 22, so it can hit either thing.
Yeah, it's gonna hit the thing that's on the ship then. If they're able to hit that.
So they're both going for that.
Yes.
Okay, so just roll me 3d10. Hot shit. Okay, so this thing goes ahead and just barely tries to bite into Ilnaya. And Ilnaya, you lay down a wonderful go-ahead and or a wonderful insult to this creature's face as a large, massive boulder comes in through one side. The ballista comes in through the left side and crushes this thing's skull. It slaps onto the deck, and because it's within its own gravity well, it just slumps off the side and down onto the ground. And that's how you kill a brown scaver.
I didn't even
Nox, it is your go.
Alright, so, just saw Rovan go down?
Yes.
Nox is going to curse. And yell into the troop. Rovan's down! Rovan's down!
Get him back up.
That's the intent. And Nox is going to... Which one have I shot of these two yet, or is that the top one that's dead that I shot?
Only one of these is dead. The bottom one is the one you shot before, I believe.
And I'm putting 2 more rounds into it.
Put them rounds in.
Also, standing orders for the Dozy and the goblins to reload the weapons.
Sorry, just quickly checking to see if I had anything worth doing. Uh, 228s to hit.
Those both hit.
And I got a... $22 for the first hit for damage. And a 23... Wait. Yeah, and a 23 for a second one.
How do you kill this scaver? Oh, are these to hit, not damage?
No, those are damage. Those are damage.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. How do you kill this scaver?
If it's sideways to me, aim at it, put a round right through its eye socket, through its brain, out the other side.
You see it just finish biting down on Roven as you go ahead and line up a clean shot. It goes to go ahead and bite again as it wants to tear into that nice, sweet Roven flesh. And you put a bullet through its brain. It floats down to the ground.
Excellent. Another one's down. Alloy, see if you can get Roven out of there.
Is she like dragging him out of combat?
She is going to, yeah, effectively grab him and try and pull him away. Closer to the ship, hopefully. Which side is the gangplank on, or have we not put that down yet?
Well, you're 30 feet up. So there's no gangplank right now. So you can
Good.
just do a athletics check to pick up Roven.
Oh, 24.
Okay. You have no problems picking up this limp body. Roven is bleeding a lot with 2 large gashes in his chest. You are currently grappling him.
Alright, well, Alloy is going to bring him closer to the ship. Probably, yeah, just past Vale. And, yeah, she's going to effectively hold on to him until someone's able to get to him.
Okay. Vale, what would you like to do?
Hold on,
Oh,
I saw
sorry, unless you
Clap.
had any other actions. Yes, does Clapnik have any action?
There's nothing on the ship?
There is nothing actively on the ship anymore.
What's his blunderbuss range again? God damn it, I didn't record that. No, at this point, I guess he has nothing else he can do apart from hold his turn and shoot at whatever comes close.
Okay.
Because, yeah, I don't think I can hit anything with the blunderbuss.
Vale, you are now down onto the ground level. Kadros is nearby. You have both been active in slaying this void scaver. There is one left that is going after Conduit.
Sure, let's attack that.
Hit that thing. You gonna throw some daggers?
That was a plan. Just lost my dice.
It got whipped.
That's like losing the daggers.
Oh, the first one was an 18.
That is a hit.
Woo, you go, girl. Yes. You hit him. She's still trying to unbury herself from under her desk. Sorry.
That is okay.
Second one was an 8. So I'd imagine I don't hit the second time.
It's complicated to get through that thick leather skin. But you did hit with the 18.
I got a 2.
2 damage. It goes ahead and cuts in.
2 damage.
10 plus 12.
Does sneak attack work from this direction? Because it does have an ally within 5 feet.
Sorry, say that again?
You have an ally within 5 feet.
Oh, so
Does
that
your
would be
sneak attack.
act, I think.
Yeah.
Sneaky, sneaky, smacky.
Sure. 3d6. I'll find that.
No, you're level 7. It's 46.
$14 points of sneak attack damage.
For the 4d6?
Or 4d6, yeah.
Okay, 14 points as you go ahead and get a good dagger sliced into its side. Out.
Kadros, I think. What did Kadros get? Kadros got like a 22 together, and then he's 3d6, I think. Can't find his sheet.
2d... 2d8 plus 6 per hit.
Yep.
2d8
We got
plus
1 hit,
6.
I think.
Okay.
Punch him in the face.
Right.
The chair.
Just telekinetically throws a chair.
What's Cadros to be? Give him the
Right,
hilt.
yes.
Adros with a steel chair.
He goes for the running jump. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh!
Off the fucking ropes.
I think he got an 18.
Ah!
So,
Ah.
yeah, 18 damage.
God,
It's
that's
not
it.
getting cozy.
Fuck you.
I'd
Rovan,
expect-
I need you to roll me a death saving throw, but do not announce it.
Oh dear. Is I'm gonna fucking die.
And tell everybody what are your first thoughts as death approaches.
Oh, that's
Well, that's comforting.
Took long enough.
Drew, I think you're projecting onto Robin there.
It's like the DMV.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's 3 steps away. But if you could just send me the roll. Me personally, not put it into.
Understood.
He's just done with this shit.
As his lifeless corpse hangs inside of Alloy's arms.
Not lifeless yet.
Apparently it's just unconscious. Don't put that shit out there.
Looking great. Ilnaya, you have a companion down, and you still have one Sharky that's not enjoying itself.
Okay, how close am I to where Rovan is?
Rovan is technically 30 feet down from the side of the ship. So, from your point and perspective, you would need to go 15 feet, and then it's down 30. Unless you want to leap and jump. Whole lot faster, but you will risk damage.
Would
I can
Conduit
s-
move before Helnaya, though?
That is right. I'm so sorry. There's a lot of companions.
Yeah.
Alright.
Conduit. What would you like Conduit to do?
Well, considering that Conduit is for some reason scared of this meal, he is going to retreat back to the ship.
And
go
because he
find-
would be leaving out a 5-foot range, I will take a bite out of him.
Okay. Conduit's AC is 14.
And that is a crit. And I need a dexterity 16.
Conduit rolls 17 for Dex. However, he currently has 10 hit points left, so
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What is Conduit's max HP?
42.
I think he just killed Conduit.
Oh,
That's double his max HP.
Yeah, because
Yep.
he got a
Oh
crit.
dear.
You see Conduit trying to swirl back in order to protect his master, and as he pulls back, you see the Void Scaver go ahead and take a bite into the back of Conduit and immediately push him down into the stone and rock. And Conduit breaks his neck.
oh no.
Lovely.
Oh no. What? No. Oh.
Oh boy.
Conduit's body lays motionless.
No.
Anaya, what would you like to do?
I don't know. Sorry. I'm very thrown.
Can I get an update on who's still down, who's up?
Conduit is down.
I think he's
And
I'm
Roven
asking.
is
I'm
also
asking the
down.
crew. I'm asking the crew.
Sorry.
Rovin's down. Ali's got him. I think they just killed Conduit.
Quite unacceptable. Let's get Rowan up, and then I might have a solution for Conduit.
Nia shakes her head, like pushes it off. Okay, who is nearby and who is injured? Like obviously Rowan. Who else? Alloy, Vale, Nia,
I'm fine.
Ship, Merc. Okay, but have you lost any HP at all? I'm trying to determine which thing to
No,
do.
I'm go for bloody Roven. You got that.
No, the reason I'm asking is because I have mass healing word, and I'm determining whether to use that or jump off and use cure
I
wounds.
see.
Nox is full health. So is
I have
Okay,
not
so
been
yeah.
damaged.
All right, so Nia gauges the distance and is just like, well, fuck it, in for a penny, in for a pound, and she jumps off the ship. And I'm assuming what kind of roll is that to get close? Like,
So to just jump off, I would assume you're just jumping off, but it is a 3d6 for fall damage.
oh dear, I don't know how much HP Nia has right now. She got banged up,
You can roll to see if you can minimize the damage.
All right, and what kind of roll is that?
You can do acrobatics or athletics.
All right, Nia is. Oh, okay. I didn't realize she had that. All right.
Damn it! I wasn't supposed to click. Apologies.
Oh, 21. So Nia, yeah, hits the ground, rolls.
Well
comes up next to Robin with a with an oof, but not minding the ouchies. She's like, "Okay, gotcha." And
So about 7 points of bludgeoning damage from falling.
she's got some bruises. That's gonna look terrible later, but she gets a hand on his arm and is like, "Hey, yo, wake up!" And let me take a look at this.
You wake up, slaps him back away.
Oh, doesn't even slap him, just grabs his arm and gives him a little shake. Hey, not now. This is a bad place to sleep. And let's see, your spell attack bonus is 7, and
Yeah, I'm working on that.
I have to look this up every time. I really should write this down. Right, 1d8 plus 7. Okay, so 10 HP.
Robin, you feel as you stand in the DMV of the Astrolife, you feel a hand on your shoulder that says, "I'm sorry, sir, you don't have the right paperwork."
Curses, this is at least the 6th time that I've been told that. When will you people get your act together?
You need the blue D38 form. This is the green D38 form. I'm sorry, sir, you're going to need to... And that's when you cough yourself awake.
No, last time I was here it was the red D35. You can't do this.
And the doors of DMV heaven close on you.
Robin,
Oh, it's a set. Sorry,
burst back to life. It was the red D35.
I'm sorry?
Not as sorry as I am.
Vale will call over her shoulder. Sounds like he's not too pleased to be back on the mortal plane.
Sorry, only a little sorry.
That's gratitude for you, eh?
It is what it is.
Anything else, Miss Elnaya?
Well, let's see. Robin's alive. Nia's going to, I guess, who is nearby? Oh, bother it. Sorry, having a moment of stupid. Nia's going to give Bardic Inspiration to Alloy. Because fuck it, she's great. She deserves it when she's conscious enough to understand it.
Alloy, you've been buffed.
She sure has.
Eris.
I will be getting out of my seat, bursting out of my door, and flying toward Conduit.
Okay.
I see Eris. Unacceptable!
Will not take this lightly.
So that is approximately...
How close is Conduit to...
I was about to say, it wouldn't take very far, so honestly, straight like that.
Yeah, so how far am I flying?
Is about 15 feet from the ship. I would need geometry, but for the sake of thinking, it's roughly in 35, 40 feet away.
No, you're
As
getting
the
that
Eris,
geometry.
No.
as the Eris fly.
I'm straight over the deck and into Conduit, so... Just in whatever touching range, as close as I can get to him touching-wise.
I was gonna say, because originally I was like, oh, you're gonna have to hop, but I'm like, no, this man can fly. Because it's literally 5 to basically get out the door, and then you're gonna have to go straight off the ship, which is about 15 feet, and then 15 feet. So it's a total of 35 feet.
Is there any part of him within range in 30 feet?
Roll me a chance dice.
And that's a what? D100?
D100, call high or low.
I'm gonna go high.
He is not in the 30-foot range.
Can you remind me again, what's the time frame for turns?
In terms of what?
Every
Each
5
turn
time?
is 6 seconds. Each round is 6 seconds.
Then I will use my action to get that extra little bit of range and be sure for next turn I'm in range for conduit.
Oh, you have Revivify?
I do.
Holy
good man.
shit.
Save that fucking eel. He's one of us.
There's a little house up top.
Mm-hmm.
So
I've seen that.
Eris goes off the ship, and you're going down. You're like right about there. So next turn you'll be able to go ahead and produce your magic. I was gonna say you could double move, but it'll eat your action.
Yeah, to get there, I only have 30 feet of movement, so
Yeah.
use what's left. I'd use a double movement to get the remaining distance and ensure that I am in distance.
Any bonus actions?
I don't think I have any. I'm gonna do a check one sec.
Hell?
I don't think I have anything bonus action E at this point.
Okay. Merc, you're on board the ship. What are you gonna do?
Mark wants to be off the ship.
Merc wants to be off the ship. You gonna do a
Yes.
running jump?
That's the plan.
Oh god.
And I want to land
You
right
guys are
here.
making me do some hard geometry here.
Oh
I want to
boy.
land right there.
Oh god, my head.
And according to my
Okay.
strength score, I can jump up to 17 feet. If I take a 10-foot running start.
You will.
Jesus.
You can do an athletics check to minimize the damage as you run, or acrobatics, whichever you prefer.
Definitely athletics.
No parkour in this case.
11?
So 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So you guys watch this. I'd like to believe he's caped. I can't remember if you are caped or not.
He has a cloak.
You immediately leap. He has a cloak. This cloaked figure flying off the ship. You are floating. Not even floating. You're falling with heavy steps before your body goes ahead and lands with a massive thud, breaking the stone below your feet. As
Okay.
you land in between Eris and Conduit in the void scaver.
Hmm. And now for the next thing, I need a DM call.
Okay.
Can I summon my echo on the scaver?
Oh.
Oh shit.
I want a chance die.
Okay. That's
So call high or
D100
low
and
and
call
then-
high or low?
Yep.
Let's go high.
Oh, he pulls out the machine. So you go ahead and call forth your echo, and it lands.
This is going to be the regular echo. It's not going to be the special one.
What the hecko? It's an echo.
It lands on top of this void scaver, which realizes that the creature that was appearing to take away its meal is not the biggest threat, as it learns something is on top of him, and he is not very content with having
Okay.
new guests.
Oh, open your mouth again. I want to shoot your tongue off.
I don't suppose that would do much. That sounds like a more throaty roar.
Well,
Hmm.
except if you blew a tongue off, it would start drowning in its own blood and suffocating.
He's not wrong.
Lot of veins in there.
So would I be considered to have flanking now, Sean, or no?
That does sound like
kind of
the
down
kind of...
below it. I'm
I-
imagining on the surface, and
I
my
know,
echo's on top of it.
Theoretically speaking, yes.
Okay. All right. Then I am going to start my attacks now. If you're good with that.
That is fine.
And I am rolling with the grip weapon fighter thing. So that is an 11, which probably won't hit for the first attack.
That will not.
Yeah, okay. Second attack is... Oh, I'm not rolling great at all. Like, holy
It's
smokes.
complicated for your echo and you to kind of get a good hit on it, while it's now radio. While it's kind of a bucking bronco, this new creature on its back.
I'm going to use my last echo attack to try one more time.
I will say that because you landed on top, I will give you advantage.
Right.
Okay. So that is 14, which also
14.
probably doesn't hit.
Does
That's a-
not hit.
Bunch of bad rolls. Holy smokes.
It's complicated when you're riding a damn shark.
And I am not within range of the... I summoned my echo, so I can't use my bonus action. Well, that is my turn. I was hoping to kill this thing, but not so much. That's me.
I'm going to try to shake you off real quick. So this is going to be a competing grapple check. So
Okay. That's a strength check.
yep, you're probably going to win this one.
Okay, now I roll high.
So your echo is able to hold on to this shark as it flails around. And when it finishes flailing, it's going to realize it cannot seem to get this creature off of its back. It's going to turn in your direction, Merc.
Which mark?
The Merc not on his back.
Yep.
So you, Merc. I do need a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
What is his wisdom? Well, not great. That saves.
Okay. It tries to open up its massive eye on you and hit you with its fear ray, but the strong metallic soul inside of you sees through the illusion, and you hold on. The bad idea. What are your crew doing?
Just reloading weapons, I'm assuming, at this point, from last round.
So the mangonel is still out of range. Because I was going to say, even at the closest... 25... No, it's still too close. But the catapult can fire if you want. The ballista.
Okay, so the Hidozi are on the Magno, right?
Yes.
The Hidozi are now going to get ladders overboard to retrieve crew. Goblins will fire and try not to hit the Echo.
So the Hidozi are going to what?
Prep the ship for re-acquiring crew. Drop the ladders. Drop,
Okay. So effectively prepare for onboarding.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then the goblins are going to take a shot.
The shot is complicated to make with. They think that Mark is currently on top of the Void Scaver, and they're trying not to hit him as the shot overshoots and completely misses. Just by a little bit, but still misses too much. The Hadozi will go ahead and lower down the gangplanks, and you guys now have an easier way to make it up.
Come in the
You
chair.
will not need to make a
From where I'm
climbing
standing.
check.
Good shot, Dag. A little high. Just reload and readjust. Prep for next round.
You hear a bunch of goblins over top saying, let me try, as they're trying to take turns, switching between rolls. One fire, one points, one fire, 1 point, one reload.
Dorks.
Nox.
But there are dork.
Seeing Conduit go down, Nox is pissed. And he's firing 2 more rounds. A 29 and a 27.
Those both hit.
So 21 for the first shot, and a 15 for the second shot.
Ow.
And I guess that's all Nox can do. He's going to glance over his shoulder and see if Klapnik is assisting the goblins loading, and I think he is, isn't he? I told him he would assist, otherwise defend them.
He is. He also has his gun ready and waiting for you to declare a shot to be taken. It would be 25 feet.
The blunderbuss was still technically hit. Has a minimum range of 30.
If he came up to the side of the ship.
Yeah. Do they look like they have that reload under control?
Yep, they got it. They're
Clap.
trained.
Klapnik, see if you can catch yourself a trophy with this one.
You hear the loud thud of his blunderbuss land onto the side as he takes aim. Not on my watch.
And does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Sorry about that.
I'm proud of him. It's a deadly little gun too, 2d8.
Damn.
And I gotta find my there. $11 damage.
Ouchie. They're pelleting this thing.
Yeah, literally, that one was a fucking pellet.
Anything from Alloy.
She can't technically reach that, can she? Or is it close enough to the
Yeah.
rock for her to hit?
It is. It is in space.
Yeah.
In space.
She's gonna move up beside...
She could run for a grapple.
No, she's not that dumb. No, she's gonna wait there, and if the thing gets closer to her, then she's going to attack.
Okay.
She'll just look at Merc, nod her head, and kind of get ready.
Fail.
Hello, yes. We're attacking things, I think.
We're attacking things.
So I think I've put way too much power into Minecraft because Roll20 is refusing to actually have enough memory to roll or, load. So that's an option. So whatever's closest to me, I'm just gonna hit.
Okay.
Because I can't see what the hell I'm looking at.
Throw your daggers as the last Void Scaver is playing Bucking Bronco with a Merc Echo.
She can see, I tilted my third screen. So
I
she
got
can
a
see.
6 and an 11.
Okay. It's hard to hit without hitting the Echo. As you're
Which
trying
I am
to...
trying
Actually,
not
no.
to.
He's really trying hard not to.
Has anyone voiced like that they're trying to not hit the echo? Or is this just everything that people are saying in their heads?
I'm saying this outside.
I'm,
Okay.
not trying to hit the echo. Does that help?
Doesn't make any difference to Merc.
Kadros attack?
Pedros can definitely do the attacking.
Kadros will do some attacking. You want me to roll
17
Kadros?
plus 12.
Oh, okay, that hit.
3d6, you said?
2d8 plus 6.
2d8, thank you, sorry.
And he can attack twice if you want.
Sure, he'll attack twice.
Okay.
9 plus 6, you said, yeah?
2d8 plus 6.
2d8 plus 6, so 9 plus 6. So 15 damage for the first, and his second attack was a 1. He ain't attacking the second time.
Second time he tries to miss. He tries to miss. My word.
Swing and a miss, and a swing and a miss.
Rovan, you're awake.
Bitching about forms by the sound of it.
Bureaucracy. Truly the greatest evil in this universe.
Probably something worth
Rovan.
bitching about, honestly.
Rovan is hurting and not moving very fast. He'll make his way across the deck and look down at the remaining Void Scabber and choose to hold an attack if it looks like it's going to attack any of his compatriots. But other than that, he's going to press a hand to his wound and another to his forehead and just sort of slump against the deck.
Okay. Miss Persephone is going to actually run on deck and see that you have been gravely wounded as she brings out a healer's kit and tries her best to go ahead and patch you up.
So cute. It's very sweet.
She'll kind of slide to her knees and be like, oh, God damn it, we're not losing one of these people now. You can do a +5, I assume, for your medicine check to try to see if we can get some health points up.
+5
Something,
for me or
something.
Persephone?
For her, so it'd be a 1d20 plus.
1d20 plus what, sorry?
1d20 plus 5.
You do know that there's more crates.
Rolls an 18.
Okay, I'll take that. You'll regain 1 hit point. She slaps a nice ABD bandage on your chest. Are you alright?
It appears that I will live, and thank you for your assistance. Apparently you do not need backing of your deity for all tasks, which is, you have skills beyond the backing of your deity, which is a comfort.
I can still first aid. And she'll spend her action trying to wind you up with like acrylics tape.
Yeah.
Anything from Littlethink?
Littlethink is too far away to perform an ice knife at this point, so he will hold that action just in the event that the Void Scabber approaches the bad idea.
Okay. Ilnaya.
Oh, this is a clusterfuck. Well,
Have you been on any of our adventures so far? Did you not notice that that was an option?
Actually, this is a cluster of asteroids. It's not a clusterfuck.
I mean, we don't know what the asteroids were doing before we got here.
Images I never, ever, ever need to think of. Thank you. Stop talking.
The sound effect is kind of like if you put your head right next to a rock tumbler.
Good lord,
Okay.
woman!
We know that.
guessing. Okay, so the only enemy we've got left is this
afraid
thing
of
over
how
here.
apt your guesses might be.
So Nia has like 2 spell slots left, so she's not going to be super useful here. But is this the only enemy we have left, or are there more that I'm just not seeing? Or is that an enemy and
This
we're
is
just
no. That is the
right? The ship for the these guys.
the other dude.
Yeah, okay. So those guys who are not enemies. So where are the enemies? I don't actually see anything still alive.
Well, you
Oh, that-
murdered everything.
Except that guy. That guy's still technically alive. Okay.
Yeah, fuck his shit. He killed Conduit.
Yeah, that fucking asshole.
He killed Conduit. Sorry.
You
That wasn't running through everybody's head. Just mine.
Yep.
Okay, well, Nia's going to stop. Think
I would
about
admit
it.
If it did, it didn't that
Does
time.
does hurting the echo do any harm to Merc?
No.
Okay, well,
And you
I'm
would
not
actually
sure
know
Nia
this
knows.
because you were with us when we did stuff with Merc.
It just
got
means the
all
him from another timeline ceases to exist.
that's
Thanks,
kind of
that's
fucked
even
up.
better.
Well, Nia's going to use her very last spell slot, which is
Back up.
4th
Let's
level, to
clarify
cast a
that.
fireball.
Oh,
Because she
God.
is angry. She is mad as hell.
So let's clarify this. It's not that another version of you ceases to exist. It's a motive possibility. It is a possible potential you, not necessarily another you from another timeline.
And kills his own potential. Okay, anyway, so yeah, Nia casts a 4th level fireball. So that's a 96. Which is not as much
That's
as
a
it could
tough
be.
fireball.
Yeah.
And it's a DC 15 dex save.
Okay.
Oh boy.
25 damage, which 2 1s and a 2. Terrible. Terrible. Only 1 5.
Sean, are you okay if I don't roll for the echo because he's dead regardless?
Ha.
That's fine. So yeah, no, actually, that's a 7.
Nia just straight fucking
Yeah.
torches this thing.
It's
What
just-
was the
it's justifiable.
commentary? Well, like, a magic missile is a very direct message. A fireball is to whom it may concern.
And this particular
Yeah.
fireball is a flaming fuck you.
there's
To
a
whom it
few
may
right here.
concern, fuck you in particular.
It's shaped like it's shaped like imagine
It's shaped
the
like a
plume of fire.
phallus.
What? I
Take
was
a look at my enormous fiery penis!
No, in this case, it's shaped more like a fist, and as it explodes, it extends a middle finger, and then
I knew the
You're
middle
sure
finger
that
was coming.
neither
and I
of
was like,
these
wait for it.
things
It's either
is
she
not
flicks it
approved
off
of.
with the middle finger,
Yeah.
or it's just a giant hand that comes out like a middle finger.
It was coming.
it was. It's like an upside down mushroom cloud, except the stem is, the finger.
Either way, a vivid picture.
All right, and that damage was 25 points of damage.
Yes.
Okay. It's on fire. It's not doing great.
It microwaved, idiot.
It's like
Harris?
I really like that
Oh, go ahead,
timeline.
Mark. Say one more time, Mark. I'm so sorry.
he said, I really like that timeline.
Oh no.
What happened in that timeline?
He survived.
Clearly not. If this is here.
Oof, oof.
Also not wrong.
Merc.
Oh, it's
Oh,
my turn
not
again.
Mark. Sorry. Josiah. Eris. It is your tentacle go.
Okay.
Revivify shall happen.
Revivify shall happen.
Yeah, save our fucking pets, yo.
Oh yeah, get Conduit to do the killing blow. Oh.
Yep, he deserves it after that bullshit. Oh, that sounded terrible too. Just like, ugh.
I wonder where his afterlife would have been. Does he wake up screaming about forms too?
I mean, I don't think he can read.
What's the spatial equivalent of a bad form?
I just see Rovan and Conduit sitting there like curling up to each other, going, "They always get it wrong," and Conduit is like shaking his head up and down, like.
So, Eris, how do you do this?
The little feathers top of the head will glow a very dark green. I'll fully extend the wings, and you'll see a little bit of glow on each tip of the wing feathers. And it will proceed to revivify.
That sounds so badass.
And a mighty caw.
He's not a crow!
I mean, he might be. You don't know.
Are you black?
No, I
that-
just hear a loud clear.
I like
Eris-
that one better.
Okay, noted for the moment. But Eris, you go ahead and release your magic, and you see these spurts of magic feathers leaving from the top of your feather into Conduit. Nothing seems to take place at first, and then you hear a crack,
Ooh.
followed by another crack,
Oh.
followed by another crack,
Ooh.
followed by another crack, and you see the neck just snap back into place. You see the body starts to kind of come through, the tongue goes back in. You see the eyes, which have kind of caked over for a second, immediately start to blink.
Hopefully that wasn't too painful for you, Conduit, but welcome back to the land of living.
I think he now has a permanent friend with
If you-
Conduit.
If you hunger, it sits over yonder.
Wrong one, but you understand. I've got like 17 monster growling sounds, so I couldn't remember which one was the right one.
That eel is mad as
Okay.
fuck, and rightfully so.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's also really hurting right now. He has 1 health point.
Oh, poor Conduit.
Maybe don't send him off into battle just yet.
Nox is going to No, wait, no. Conduit can't leave because Conduit would die.
There is blood coming out of his nose. He's got a huge bite mark in his back of his neck, but he is technically alive.
I love the technicality bit.
Well, I mean, 1 health point of how much?
He was only
42,
mostly dead.
and he had a broken neck.
Poor Conduit, Jesus. It's fucking painful.
Merc, anything from you?
I guess I'll try to summon the echo on top of it again to start.
Okay, give me another chance
I'll go.
die.
I'll go high again.
If he doesn't, he's just gonna.
Is that
Okay,
high
so
or low?
He does not. He is technically floating in space.
Okay. Floating in space, but is he within reach?
I would say yes.
That looks like a flanking position too.
Just as a second point there, Sean. Also, after doing the revivify, I just went for movement-wise, just kind of flutter close by the Conduit.
Okay.
You gain the altitude, but, stand and fly by him.
All right.
And want
Is
to
that
ready a movement to intercept if he tries to bite at him.
And Merc, what are you gonna do?
The question is, do I have flanking with the floating echo?
I would say yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try and attack this thing again.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind watching that thing die right now.
First attack is a 15.
Okay.
Does that hit?
That does hit.
Okay. Then I will roll damage, which should be... So that should be
Oh.
20 damage.
Oh.
The DM's having a heart attack.
As he swipes at it with his glaive from where he's standing on the asteroid. There's a bit of a jolt of electricity as his glaive makes contact.
Zappy zappy.
Gotcha!
Okay, what else?
Okay, so that was the first attack. Being a fighter, I do get a second one.
Go ahead.
Again, with advantage because of the flanking. And of course, I roll crappily again, so I don't hit with that one. Huh. And that will be Merc.
Well, get ready to do it again. And Conduit also gets an attack, should he want to take one. Because it's going to try to leave.
Well, Conduit is going to take an attack because he's not. Having been dead, I think he's no longer scared of this thing, or much for that matter.
I think technically
Conduit,
upon death, its debuff is gone.
So Conduit rolls 2 22s to attack.
Jesus.
Doing a, and here's the roll for the record, by the way.
Give him the chair! Give him the chair!
Give him the stick. Don't give him the stick.
Conduit opens his mouth and out comes a chair.
Just fucking coughs it.
Just a lightning bolt in the shape of a chair.
And Conduit will do a total of 23 damage to this thing.
Go, Conduit.
Merc, would you like to take an attack? As
Yeah.
well?
If you're giving me an opportunity to attack, yes.
It's running.
As
Fine.
we'll say that as Conduit goes to attack it as it's running, the attack will come out of the echo and kind of pin it against Conduit to try and like pin it and prevent it from moving here. That was a crit fail on the first part.
Works so well.
At 19, because I have advantage still from flanking, I'm assuming.
Merc, you... I'm assuming it's your Echo that's
Oh.
swiping, or is it you that's swiping, technically?
The echo attacked.
So the Echo swipes, stabbing the Void Scabber as it tries to flee in the side of the gills. It moves to try to get out of the way,
I'm running back.
and immediately Conduit just comes in from the left side, meaning the other side of the gill, and just... into the side of the neck, and tears out the gills.
Whoa.
It is dead. And that, please.
Conduit will proceed to latch on to the corpse and then drag it back on board of the ship, and then go drag it below decks and go find a nice dark hole to hide in and recover.
I'll come from the trip. Dag and who does he? Make sure the conduit can get to its hold with said item. Open any hatches available.
I love that, like, Conrad is over, but Echo Merc is just floating off into the distance, waving goodbye.
Well, as soon as it gets more than 30 feet away from Merc, it disappears.
And as
Just give him thumbs up.
The
As
body.
Conduit slithers by, Nox is going to reach out and just brush his hand against him and heal Conduit. Give me a second. Trying to find my D8. $19 health.
19 health. Okay.
Little bots are gonna
Totally 20 health.
little bots are gonna scamper out from a ring in Nox's knuckle and start stitching up the wounds and injecting magical serums into him. Rest up, buddy. You earned it.
Conduit, as you guys had all watched, in a very uncomforting way, having had his neck snapped and body smashed into this rock, goes ahead and picks up one of these bodies and carries it on board. The blood trailing as it pulls this it's not. I'm not even gonna roll the strength check to carry this huge creature. You just watch the body kind of hit the downway access, and it seems to pull it through. You hear the cracking of the wood as it goes ahead and pull its prey in.
I'm gonna use enlarge and reduce on it to reduce it to make it easier for him.
Easily now fits it through. The dining room's gonna look terrible later, but it's okay.
I think it's justified.
Vibine will finally get a chance to come and survey the damage with you and turn to you, Merc, and be like, well, dear shits and a half, I didn't know it was going to be that interesting when we went ahead and left Omiya.
You were
Sure,
on.
Josh.
This was
more
much
for
than
you,
expected.
Oh. Well, at least all the Fulmar is now going to be available. Oh god, what am I going to do about that? And he kind of turns in the direction of his ship that still seems to be latched.
Sorry, what was up with this ship? What was he saying?
Go ahead and roll me an intelligence. Intelligence check for investigation.
Nox is going to, at this point, poke his head over the side railing. Hey, Mark, it's good to see ya!
That's a 20.
God
Investigation is one of the skills he's actually proficient in, so...
Oh. As you look in the direction of where the ship is, you finally kind of get a sense of what has been going on with it. You see that there's these massively large sticky strands that seem to be attaching to the side of this asteroid. And when you get a closer look, you finally get a chance to see what it was stuck up against.
A big dead spider?
That is an asteroid spider. An asteroid spider is a menace native to wild space and astral seas. A full-grown one has a body 30 feet in diameter with legs as long as 30 feet long. When it's wrapped its legs tightly around its own body and eyes are closed, the asteroid spider resembles nothing more than a giant lifeless rock in space, hence its name. But it can have its own gravity plane and air envelope and is capable of acting as its own spelljammer.
That is terrifying.
Is known to haunt asteroid belts, lurking around normal asteroids until a spelljamming ship comes close enough to detect it, in which case it snares the ship and then eats the crew.
Oh, fuck.
Said ship is currently caught in the snare of this dead asteroid spider, which, in Nocturna Prime, generally aren't located this close to the center of the asteroid belt. They are usually out more towards where Korea is, which is far out, closer towards the outer rim. And this thing seems to, its sticky web seems to be what's holding the ship stuck in place.
Okay. And Merc, given his background, would have no idea whether this is something that could be fixed or not. I'm assuming.
The web is impervious to damage, but is destroyed by a successful casting of Dispel Magic with a DC of 18.
Okay.
Well, shit.
I'm assuming that's a spell that no one in this group has.
Have you asked us?
No, but it's a wizard-only spell, so I'm assuming it's something that we wouldn't have.
In that case, I take away my sarcasm and,
It's not a wizard only. It's a bard, cleric, druid, paladin, sorcerer,
Oh.
warlock, wizard, artificer,
Really?
trickery
Thought it was a
domain,
wizard-only
arcana
one.
domain, oath of devotion.
Okay, well, I take that back. Everyone could have it. Basically. Even Nox could have it, which is...
I think I'm
Good.
too low level. I think it's a spell level 3.
Merc would turn to the rest of the party and go,
Thank you for saying it seems you all were around when I need saving.
I can't understand a word.
looking specifically at Merc and Nox. Or, sorry, at Vale and Nox and Rovan.
I apologize.
And Naya.
I understood none of what you just said.
So he said, thank you for the assistance. It seems you all are around when I am in need of help.
We're just special like that.
Good timing, I suppose.
Good to see you're doing well, Mark.
On a side note, is the voice too illegible? Should I not use it?
The modulator is a little bit, or the reverb on it is a little intense. I'm not certain how to make it better because I love the aesthetic of it, but at the same point, it might just be today that I'm just struggling with auditory processing.
Okay. Well, I can not use it today, and we can figure it out after the session. I can tweak it a little bit, and we can test it.
I would love that because I love that that is like Merc's voice, but I hate that I can't understand shit, and it's not just you, I promise.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather be understood. The voice is cool, but if I can't be understood, it doesn't really work. So. You moved the... Okay. That's where he went.
Yeah,
Got
he just
it.
moved closer to look at the ship.
Merc would follow him and he would go, do you think this is something we could get free?
Nope. Unless one of your companions knows how to goes ahead and dispel this goddamn weapon. But that's alright, I'm gonna be here for a while. I'll just call for a tow.
You
sure?
can do that.
Yeah, he actually pulls out a card from his chirp. You've actually give me a history check.
Merc? Or everybody else?
Technically everyone else, but Merc.
Okay.
I got a 13.
Is this a Mira's company that we called to?
It is not.
Oh.
So there was a 13. What else we get?
Actually, I have 12. Ah,
Okay.
low rolls are
Rovan is
still low
going to
rolls.
shake his head and head down below decks, unconcerned with the current goings on.
Is Rovan
To
To
walking?
be fair, when the fuck is Rovan ever concerned with the goings on?
Nox will quickly whistle at Rovan and give him a "get your ass over here" kind of gesture.
Rovan will just wave his hand and continue on his way.
I have better things to do. I need to bitch further about paperwork that isn't consistent.
I swear to God, if I have to clean your blood out of the floorboards, I will be annoyed.
It's not his blood
I
that
will-
to be worried about.
I will do my best to keep my blood off of other.
How about you just keep your blood in you? I don't need the distraction.
Unfortunately, that seems to be beyond my capabilities at the moment, but I will do my best to rectify them. However, I would have words with you as soon as I'm more stable. Okay.
Which you?
He's talking to Nox, so.
Nope.
Oh.
Vale.
Me? Alright, fine.
So you see him pull out this card, And Eris, you do recognize this card. This was the card of the guy with the porcupine ship. The one that looked like a pufferfish.
When was this?
This was when you guys rescued your goblins.
Oh god, that was ages ago.
But he will
I'll let
kinda
everybody know
turn-
about that.
I'm sorry?
I'll let everybody know about that. And I'm over here with Merc and looking over the ship as well. So. But I'll be with you in a minute.
But yeah, it was a Gith Yankee who had a couple goblins of his own on the ship. He was the one who you guys got the box of many drinks from.
Oh!
Yeah.
But yeah, he will kind of indicate like, oh, I'll call him by, and he'll probably be interested in probably eating this thing.
May
Got
as
fuel, at
well.
least.
Don't necessarily need any more of them running around, eh?
No, don't like him one bit. Truth be told, I don't think I would have made it without y'all. I was just coming here for all the Fulmar, but god damn, I wasn't expecting. Whew. Some murky ass bullshit. He's just cursing under his breath as he kind of looks at like how much webbing. He like tries to touch it with like a rock, and the rock just sticks to the webbing. He's like, oh, never mind.
I think any attempt we make to fix it might just make it worse.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's okay. I got time. I gotta mine this shit out anyway.
You were here on a mining trip.
Well, of course. That's why I stopped by. Give me a nature check.
Who? Just
Anyone who was listening to the conversation.
19.
missed part of it, but fuck it.
A nature check?
Merc is not very naturey.
A natural 20 and it's on a goddamn nature
Oh,
check.
17.
22 total.
So, Ilnaya, and anyone who got above a 15, you can see these are massive nodes of Fulminar, which is the same material that is turned into dark steel. The same material that is in the tail of Conduit. It is this purple electrical based material that seems to give off small electrical sparks, and these are massive nodes of it. You kind of say, I knew that this stuff was going to be around. I just want someone nearby, and I appreciate my bit. He kind of slaps onto the back of Merc. I just wanted somebody nearby who could go ahead and give me a good old ride, especially since you're giving me that kind of coin from before. But yeah, I'm going to be here for a bit anyway, chipping away at this bullshit. It's going to be nice if we load it up.
Do you mind if we appropriate some of this? One of our companions was injured and it seems to be part of his physical makeup, so maybe him eating some of this might make him feel better.
Give him a persuasion check.
Sure.
Elnaya, I will also mention, because you critted so well on that, you would know the bodies of all these scavers is worth money.
That was an 8 total. Nia is not super persuasive right now.
I'm going to need the cash to go ahead and pay for them to go ahead and clean up this mess anyway, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'm going to go have to hold on to all this.
She holds
Charlotte,
up her finger.
in order to ensure that your enterprise was salvageable after this problem you got into, one of our companions died.
And was revived.
And honestly, if I'd love to be diplomatic, but I'm really not feeling it after watching a couple of my companions almost and actually die. I like you. We're taking it whether or not you're alright with it. Not a lot, but just enough to potentially give our companion a bit of a boost. He died based on the fact that we were coming to rescue you. We'll take that as our finder's fee, thank you.
Thank you. Come again.
Okay, so the
Vale is just
needle,
leaning over him, very like.
the needle jumped back and forth on that so often because I was like, okay, with advantage, with disadvantage, with advantage, back with disadvantage, with advantage, back with disadvantage. Okay, do a persuasion check as well.
$17?
I understand. We all look. What if I give you? And he kind of points over at this rock over in this direction. What if I give you all that's on over there? I've got my own business to make up, and I need to go ahead and fix my own weapon systems.
Would what he's indicating be enough to make certain that Conduit was okay?
Sure. I wasn't initially thinking you were going to try to feed more Fulminar to Conduit, but I like where this is going, so sure.
I mean,
I hadn't thought of this, but I'm also now super curious, so yeah, sure.
Just like how much hypothetically? Maybe I'll like tap some of the engineers for this because I feel like this is more of an engineering question. How much would we need to hypothetically I don't know, put enough iron back in his blood to make him healthy again? I don't know, whatever the space.
I think it's a biology question, and
but I also was
don't
thinking about
know-
it like plating. I don't know.
Well, he's offering to offer you 2 really good nodes worth.
Fine with that. I think we'd probably potentially only need 1. How much does a node work with?
Each node would be worth about 1,000 gold worth of Fulminar, which is about 2 units per.
How much is if we were to hypothetically mine Conduit, how much would he produce?
You've been playing too much Minecraft, ma'am. I need you to put the computer down.
Dude, I'm literally just thinking about
She's gonna start left-clicking Conduit. But the shard that was initially inside of Conduit wasn't very large because he was birthed from an egg.
I'm thinking how much would this need? How much supplement would we need to give him to make him back to full health?
It's not my pet. You're gonna have to ask the owner.
I'll go find Roven. Roven, your friend is full of whatever the fuck it's called. I am trying to figure out how much we need in order to get him back to some degree of full health, if that were an option. How much would you suggest? The gentleman is offering us 2 units worth, 2 grand worth.
As Vale comes in, Roven will be sitting with Conduit. They're both sort of leaning against the wall. Conduit is snacking on the shark. And you'll see Roven look over and go, was it the green F-52 form they were asking for?
Darling, I really don't care about your forms right now. I'm trying to get your boy enough supplement to keep him back to himself. And she'll go over and offer Conduit her hand to sniff.
Are you seriously suggesting that we feed Conduit fulminite?
Nia's going to Can Nia have picked up a little chunk of it off the ground? I'm assuming some of it broke off in the scuffle.
Yeah, I would say you launched quite a few fireballs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's broken up a bit.
Yeah, Nia just scoops a chunk off the ground and as she on her way back onto the ship and is like, well, I mean it's possibly. I don't know. We can see if he wants it maybe, and she just holds up this chunk of glowy rock. Conduit?
Roven will shrug and go, this is not his typical diet. I don't think that this is something that they eat in nature, but...
I mean, not as sustenance, but some animals do actually consume minerals and such as a supplement. So this might, I mean, it's if you look and she, gestures, because you said he has a chunk of it on his tail, right?
It's ingrained in him. It's more like a mutilation, if you will, because it wasn't a natural part of his body. Give me an animal handling check with advantage.
All right. Natural 20 on the first one. I don't think it gets better.
What?
Nia's just friends with the birds and the beasts, I guess, right now.
Oh, Nia, go.
She watch. I'm going to roll a 1 on like the performance check for, the thing later.
Performance.
Yeah.
That's
No,
two
you're
natural
gonna roll.
20s.
You're gonna roll a 1 on being able to run away from the crazy Bronxian gal who wants to set you up with her son.
Oh no,
Timothy is still somewhere out there.
not Timothy.
So, Ilnaya, you go ahead and offer this minor chunk of fulminite to Conduit, and it leads with, first of all, approaching, and as it starts to kind of sniff your hand, it's a very uncomfortable initial feeling as this long snake-like tongue seems to wrap up almost your entire arm, and as it pulls away, it pulls the stone in with it. And it seems to just kind of crane its neck up and then swallow it.
Huh. I guess that answers that. Was that nice?
If you choke on that, I'm not fishing it out for you.
Who knows? Perhaps it's like a gullet stone. Maybe it'll come out all polished. Nia's going to try and like pat Conduit unthreateningly on the underside of the jaw.
You can. As you see this kind of chunk land further into his stomach, you'll actually notice bits and pieces of its teeth are starting to kind of glisten and start to kind of give off this light bit of electrical energy. You think that it's almost like having fed it this fulminite might actually have filled a battery, if you will.
Oh god, the
we'll
electric
take
eel is
the
now
notes.
Zapier.
We'll take the notes. This answers the question. Nia, would you like to relay that to the gentleman while I have a chat with Rovan? If you're up for it, Rovan?
I suppose this discussion is best suited sooner rather than later.
Nice. Nia goes and relays this information to the gentleman, and while we're at it, she's gonna like. What exactly about these shark things is valuable? Is it all of them? Is it the flesh, the teeth, the tendons, or whatever, the skin?
So with your 20, you'd feel with some success, as you would be willing to roll up your sleeves, you could pull off both the skin and the teeth. Per Void Scabber, the skin alone is worth 150 per. The teeth would be worth about 10 per. They're usually more so used for jewelry and decoration, but the skin can easily be it's smooth leather, and it's easy to be pebbled. So it's actually very valuable to be sold to like decorators.
Huh.
The brown is similar style, same thing, skin and teeth, but much less so. About 8 gold pieces per, about 15 silver pieces for the teeth. And for the grays, just kind of their teeth. I mean, it's kind of cool with the kiddos. It's worth about 5 silver per shark.
Huh. Alright, well,
You're gonna let the rest of us know of this?
Nia is indeed going to just get on the chirp and be like, so, we might want to process these scabber corpses. They're pretty valuable. I seem to recall there being quite a lot of
I will mind you that one body is currently gone and currently
Right, Conduit.
digested.
Yeah, Conduit devoured it.
Also come through and sharp. That was kind of the plan. I was going to do some repairs to the ship and a couple other things while I was here if you guys want to start in on them. Just put whatever you need in the storage holds. Drop the anchor, guys. Let's stay here for a minute. Orders out to Hidozi and the goblins. Prep the ship for...
Once
Yep,
that's
got
done, can we hypothetically get them to help us with, like, mining the 2 nodes we've been given and things?
leave them to your guys' discretion there. I'm just giving out orders to help the crew to salvage and whatever they need.
So you guys could spend a long rest, if you will, and your crew will take the time in under the direction of Ilnaya and others, kind of taking up each individual shark and leading it onto the ship before the team kind of breaks them down. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 times in silver pieces.
My word.
So that's 90 silver pieces. So that is about 9 gold, if I'm correct. Hold on. Nope. I did that wrong. Yeah, no, it's 9 gold. It's 9 gold worth of like gray shark silver pieces. So somebody would.
Nox
I
would
can
easily
put it-
assist in this, by the way, seeing as he's proficient.
Nia is not, but she did have a good roll, and I'm assuming she just like saw something like this somewhere she performed, and
Gaver whaling ships.
hell, I don't fucking know.
Could be anything.
Something whalers on the moon.
1, 2,
Possibly.
Space whale.
so that is 3. If you actually check in the loot drop, I'm just dropping in what you guys are getting.
Oh, excellent.
I have a few things here, Sean, when you're ready.
Go ahead, I'm just typing things.
I want to know about this spider on the ship. I missed that part. Or Finn was able to tell me about it. Also, what's this other thing in the middle here?
So you're trying to find out about the
This thing. And this thing.
So Vivine can tell you. So what you're looking at that's stuck to the rock is his aesthetic. It is a biologically symbiotic creature to the Rhaegar, which he is. It's essentially an organic ship with the barest hint of awareness. Without him to guide it, it would just be a mindless entity that searches for self-preservation. But it is technically his war-jamming warship. It is effectively a spelljammer of its own, capable of performing something called a jammer scream, which can actually disable other spelljammers. They are known to be able to grapple other ships entirely. One might be bilaterally symbiotic. 2 matching halves, like a human body along its vertical axis, radically symmetrical or have no distinct shape whatsoever. It's very colorful from a distance. It can be easily mistaken for a giant space-dwelling jellyfish or a cephalopod. Its outer shell is made of a bioluminescent resin. Its interior is very comfortable, accommodating the Rhaegar and up to 6 medium passengers. Access is gained through a hatch that only the Rhaegar can open through the touch with a with his touch.
Cool. And now the other thing.
That is a giant ass spider.
Uh-huh.
And as I said, the asteroid spider. So these are these massive spiders that usually hide out in the. I will actually show you.
Even the link I read over it. I just want to kind of see what its significance is in the current setting.
So where is it? There it is. So if you would actually see the massive. So you guys are currently right here. If you look towards where the sun is, these things are usually all the way out over here. They usually kind of hug this big old belt that goes around. So it's a long ways from home.
Motherfucker.
They're more so known to the people of Korea and those on the outer belt, mostly because it's an easy way for them to hide among the large asteroids. But they are snatchers. They are CR-15 creatures. They are very mean. They don't like anybody. They are able to fly at the speed of a spelljammer. They have a very sticky web that, if it was fresh, could be destroyed by fire. But it says, unfortunately, the web, once left, is impervious to damage and can only be destroyed by dispelling magic.
There's
Alright.
not.
And I will ask, is this ship significant to anybody here?
The Rhaegar ship?
That's his ship.
The one the spider is attached to.
The spider is
is it
attached to an
No,
asteroid, I believe.
Oh, that's like
Just a picture. Okay.
That's just a picture.
Okay, I thought it was attached to something.
No, that's just a picture that comes with it.
That's just a dead spider. Nothing significant. Nothing.
It's a giant dead spider. It has the ability to hide. Here it is. If the spider is motionless, it has its eyes closed and mouth closed and its legs wrapped up. It has advantage on initiative rolls, and more so, if a creature hasn't observed the spider move or act, it would require a DC 18 investigation check to determine it is a spider and not an asteroid.
Okay. And we're sure it's dead?
It is very dead. Otherwise, it would have eaten you.
That is a
Just a
darn good
taste-
indication.
Yeah.
Just
It's
a
a
taste
de-
of what you guys have to pass through when you have to eventually go to Ubis.
You said it's
Could
a
know.
CR-15 creature, John?
It is a CR-15 creature.
Uh-huh.
Do I even want to know?
CR is generally an indication of the level of the party that needs to fight it, generally. It's not
Oh, yeah.
exact, but it's fairly close.
It's in the ballpark. Alright, well. I'll ask if he needs any help with his ship, with anything.
No, not this time. I mean, we're going to be sitting cozy. I mean, he kind of like indicates to the dead bodies that are being slowly picked up. It's not exactly like the locals are going to give me any more trouble.
Is your ship damaged in any way that you're unable to move or anything of that sort?
He kind of places his hand on the side of the aesthetic, and you can kind of feel him close his eyes. No, she's just annoyed.
Okay, so you're not like stranded here by any stretch of the means?
Well, yes, I am.
Well, then what's stranding you here?
It's held in place by the web.
Oh, so it
From
did
the
get
spider.
webbed in.
At least that was my interpretation, John. Sorry.
Nope, you're correct. But he's gonna say he's gonna call for his toe, and they'll get him off. And in the meanwhile, he'll chip away at all this.
Okay, but how are they going to get him free of the web, though?
So if you guys remember the Githyanki guy who you all met has something called a pump, which is the goblin variant of a spelljammer, and it eats raw material.
Oh, I see. He's going to get him off with the pump. Understandable.
Yes, it's effectively going to eat the spider.
Second point, we are staying here for a long rest, yeah?
You would be here for a long rest to kind of digest all these. It's going to take a while to kind of get things to float back, and you guys are going to go, I'm assuming, mine down that fulminite.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Now, again, with my understanding, I am able to change up spell lists over a long rest.
You can.
Yeah, every day you wake up, you can choose your spells.
I think he means like learning new ones and forgetting old ones.
Are you a cleric?
Druid.
He's a druid.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
clerics have special rules because they are
I will-
special. So.
Thank him for his time, and I'll meet up with him again tomorrow.
Merc, any thoughts from you?
I think Merc would kind of look at him and be like, "How long do you think we'll be stuck here?" Sort of thing. Ask him like how long he thinks it'll take before he'll be moving again.
He kind of would be like consistently checking between his ship and getting supplies to start mining the materials, and he'll be like, I'll probably be here about 2, maybe 3 days. I was already planning to be here for a couple days anyway, but I mean, I was going to go ahead and mine this and then head on over with you over to Prior City, so I'm going to be here for a while.
Oh, he's also going to Parasitum.
Yes.
In the meantime, I'm going to go back over to the Spelljammer and start mending the bottom of the ship in which I
Do you crash?
projected against the asteroid with force.
Of course, of course.
It was just
And then just do an overall whole check on the ship and make sure it's in working order still.
While I'm looking up that roll, Nox, any words from you?
Mending's a cantrip for me, Sean. It helps.
It is. I'm looking at what speed it is to repair. So it says the mending spell is cheaper, less time consuming than making repairs. Casting mending on a damaged ship restores a number of hit points to the target equal to 1d8 plus your spell caster's spell casting ability modifier. In this case for you would be wisdom. The target can regain hit points from that spell no more than once per hour.
Okay.
So if you spend the whole 8-hour time long rest, you could do 8 times 8.
And so let's just do those rolls now. I'll spend a day on it and
You want to spend a whole 24 hour? Well,
let's do the 8 hours on
minus
it
your
and
seat.
see where we get.
Okay.
It's only down by so many hit points, right? I'm just kind of facing it up. So that will be, again, one more time.
It would be for the if you spend 8 hours doing it, it'd be 8d8
Plus the wisdom thing?
plus your wisdom.
That's just a straight up wisdom thing?
I mean, that's your spellcasting modifier. So for every d8, in this case it'd be 8, it would be times that your spellcasting modifier. I'm assuming it's like +2.
What's the spellcasting modifier? Is that attack bonus? No.
What is your spells based on intelligence, charisma, or wisdom?
How do I tell? Oh, it's just
Right.
that spell in particular? For mending itself?
So druids generally use wisdom, if I'm correct.
Yes, spellcasting
Yes,
ability is
should
wisdom.
be.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. So what is your wisdom currently?
Just straight up number wise?
Yes, just straight up number wise.
3 plus 3.
+3? Okay. So it would be 8 times 3, which is 24. So it's 8d8 plus 24. I'd like to also believe that it's just the goblins holding Eris in like a planking style while his 2 feathers are just rubbing the side of the ship. And they're just moving along the side and just...
The man's a fucking animate buffer.
Rub.
You nearly heal all the damage you caused to the ship.
How much is short? How much is it short by now?
So after that, so you had 400 hit points.
Very skillful oscillations.
So you're just having some cracks and crevices. 5 damage hit points is all that's left.
Okay, I'll leave that for now.
Okay.
And I will assist the crew with harvesting and mining.
Nox, what are you doing?
At some point, Nox would have gone down the stairs after probably Rovin and Vale were finished speaking and just give him a gentle healing. 22 health back.
You will notice that, likewise, Conduit is definitely still enjoying that meal. It would take probably more than 2 long rests to finish that whole meal. But, yeah.
That was to Rovin, not to Conduit, that healing.
Oh, to Rovin.
Yeah.
Rovin, you are touched by more of the tiny man's
Healing.
tinier
Machinations.
tinier creatures.
Well, you
Oh,
have
God.
my thanks.
Oh
You're
God,
extremely disconcerting.
I'm sorry. I just came up with a. So Nox is a gnome, right? And he's an inventor, right? He's fucking Tiny Stark.
No, no, no.
That is awesome.
Well, he
Does
That
does,
was-
that
that
make
was-
it?
he does have a suit of armor that.
Yep, exactly. He's fucking Tiny Stark.
So what does that make your brother then? Like War Machine?
No, I believe one of the Tony Starks had a brother named what the fuck was it? I don't know what the fuck his name was, but he had a like shitty brother whose name I don't remember, but it was one of the Marvel series.
If your brother could hear you, he'd be angry, but
What's
Not that.
he can't.
What's even better is her brother has already walked around in the power armor.
Oh shit! Oh. Huh. I hadn't even thought of that part.
He is officially War Machine now.
Oh, okay. Well, he's not black, but good enough.
He's kind of a pale white, so
Okay, just let me know when it's tomorrow, or if I need to do any other rolls for today.
Okay. And Vale and Roven, what did you need to talk about?
I would speak to you about your friend in the necklace and your current plan to acquire him a body.
I haven't much of a thought of it so far, but yes.
Ah, that is unfortunate, because this does require some serious consideration. Tell me, how much time have you spent with the Alhun? And how
Oh,
much
wrong
do you
person
know?
in the necklace. Goodness, no. I thought you were talking about Kadros.
Kadros I am unconcerned with. He is a valued ally.
The friend
No,
in the
I'm
necklace, as it were, has been given to one of the sisters. Which sister was it again, dear?
really.
Really?
Yai.
Oh, the guy.
Yai, to potentially handle for the moment.
yes, that is extremely concerning. Tell me, how many Idolithids have you met?
How many of you?
More than I would like, and two, without exception, they were all megalomaniacs, tyrants driven by extreme ambition. Arguably, respectable qualities. However, and more importantly, the Alhun, of which your compatriot is a part of, though not full liches, are still capable of rendering a gateway in reality. This is
That's
what
why
I have
you're
a problem with.
uncomfortable.
Extremely. And based on my observations of your nightly activities when you were supposedly sleeping, however, the Alhun was actually in control. He appears to retain his full capabilities regardless of the vessel that he occupies.
Oh
Meaning that while your ambitions
you
might
see?
be... Yeah. Have you have you stopped to consider what this research might consist of?
Yes, I have actually.
Oh, and being a willing participant, how much have you managed thus far?
Managed.
You were literally his hands. On
Again,
several
I ask,
occasions.
what did you see? What did I do, pray tell, that was so dangerous?
Nothing at this point, and it is not any concern of mine. However, the ability to rend this dimension and escape into others does greatly concern me.
It's not something.
Vale, you might want to ask him to break it down just a little bit if you need to.
Well, it would help if you would get the hint, but yes, I suppose I could ask a little bit further. Although I'm not entirely certain what exactly I need to be asking.
I say this because I know what he means, but it is
I'm
also
not
Roman
understanding
talk.
you. Would you, like, potentially be able to make it easier for somebody not of your ilk to understand, sir?
The Alhoun
Are you suggesting
are
that the Alhoun is entirely going to go in and escape to another dimension simply because he has access to it?
let me put it this way. If he has the ability to do so, what is stopping him from doing that?
His research.
And his research can't continue on another plane?
If it
Once
doesn't
again,
matter on a different plane, then why bother leaving?
the Illithids are the embodiment of driven by ambition at all costs.
So do explain to
So-
me what it is that you'd like me to do about all this.
Reconsider giving him a pair of hands. In his current state, he is not capable of rending dimensions. However, if you give him a vessel, that will change. And I see
Even if
no-
he's literally given a scarecrow.
Indeed, again, his powers seem to be retained regardless of what vessel he currently occupies.
So, in your excessive opinion, how, pray tell, would you suggest his research continue without him being able to tear his portal in this fabric of space-time continuum?
Why must his research continue? How much do you know about this individual?
How much do you know about this fucking prophecy that he keeps spitting into my head? How much do you know about the players that go into it? Because I surprisingly have gone looking into some of this information, and guess what I'm getting? Stories, storybooks, folklore of history. If I'm even lucky enough to find everything, and honestly, for the love of God, I'm getting sick of libraries.
Indeed, that is what happens when you go and chase prophecy. My recommendation is to avoid it and those that cast it.
Unlike some, apparently, I'm not so callous as to wish entirely to sit on my ass while the world may be in danger. I did that once. I didn't have a choice. I paid.
I'm not suggesting that you do, and if you're referring to me, I am here, am I not? Regarding prophecy, I recommend that you do not follow it. You make your own destiny, not the other way around, lest destiny make you.
When you come up with a better opinion or a better idea, tell me of one. Because unless you have the answers to the prophecy that again keeps getting smacked into my face, you may give me a different opinion. Potentially, I will let my contacts know maybe to not let him have a set of hands, as you put it. But the whole point of it was to give them, hopefully, an option to help the research to continue in a safe manner, so that I get the answers that I require. In case, you know, the Heart of Boreal ends up being alright in saving all of us from whatever it is that's bearing down on us from unforeseen places. Or have you also forgotten the faces in the sky that night?
No, I am aware of the events in place.
Good. And what do you plan on doing about them, sir?
Precisely what I am doing.
Which is...
Once again, I'm here, am I not?
And how... I'll see what I can do.
It is merely something to think on. I was concerned that you didn't know the full ramifications of your decision.
Thank you for making me aware of them. On that note, is there anything else, or are you feeling all right now?
I am feeling like I was recently bisected. I think I shall remain here and not move for some time.
Well,
You'll see that Persephone has finished bandaging up Roven, even like putting a couple bandages around his head from where he was kind of thrashed around a few times.
Honestly,
do
really
your
cute.
best. Do your best to not have that happen again, if you can.
I will. And then an aside, while she means extremely well, her efforts are not that effective at healing.
She'll get better.
I suppose if we're insistent on providing her with practice, that is inevitable.
Well, that as well. I was thinking more we get her access back to her god, and life becomes much simpler for her.
This might be an opportunity for her to learn to rely on herself rather than depending on reliance of others.
You know, what pray tell would you be without your own abilities? To be so scornful of what other people use.
Which abilities are you referring to?
We could start with the fact that you can walk from place to place without being there.
Indeed. That was a ability, as you say, that was paid for in blood.
Being born doesn't count.
Indeed, it does not.
Well, while the two of you Mac talk back and forth across each other, and Noct, I
Is that what
believe,
we were
would have
doing?
stepped out of the room. I'm going to go with it for the right moment in order to preserve the time limit.
I'm going to just, as an aside, Vale is finding a whole lot of stories, right? You know who's really good with stories? You know who studied stories for years and years and went to college for it?
Oh. But you were
You
there and
have
you've been
a
listening to this!
This conversation? I thought this was just
No,
between
you've
you
been
and
listening
Roman.
to this whole conversation about, like, this prophecy from the beginning! I thought, like, in our downtime, it was very obvious that Vale was, like, sneaking into libraries and checking shit out and looking for shit.
Do not recall this ever being said. That's the problem.
I literally have been going to bookstores at every fucking opportunity.
That doesn't mean
Hey, everybody, I'm looking into this prophecy some more. Does anybody want to lend a hand?
Yeah, you do you think.
Because apparently
I seem to be insane looking into it on my own. The cat is
I just
happy to
didn't
be
know you
shut
were
up.
looking into it. I didn't know what you were looking at. I thought you were trying to find things out about the world you'd been dumped in 100 years later or whatever. Christ. Finding out things in the intervening years. What happened to your home? There's a whole lot of things you could have been researching for the prophecy. Didn't realize.
Hey, Roven, since you got the person there, I want you to do a quick roll for me real quick. Can you roll a 1d20 plus... Sorry, I'm like looking into
Nah.
your thing here.
Ew.
Good enough.
Can you do a 1d20 plus 4?
6.
Religion. This is for Persephone Darkfield.
Stand by.
As you guys all watch Eris seemingly flying up towards the asteroid spider, and with I'm assuming your weapons kind of jabbing out its face.
I am not doing this cleanly.
There's just entrails and bits and pieces flying.
Having at it and getting what I want.
Persephone rolls a 15 on religion.
With advantage.
Persephone rolls a 23 on religion.
Damn.
She kind of turns in the direction of Vale, in between your squanders, back and forth on each other, and just kind of chirps up and goes, "Why are you so interested in Boreal?"
Vale will relate some of the story and the fact that, like, she's been repeatedly told about, like, the Heart of Boreal and this prophecy, which I can't remember, but I will relate it in detail, even though I can't remember it.
Indeed.
Vale word you don't.
There was, as she kind of like finishes taping up Rovan, you'll see that Persephone will close up her kit. Boreal was a nickname given to a monster, a theoretical creature, but it was something that was often said on Uvis. I had contacts from the head of the church there, but I knew that Boreal was just a side name, a nickname, if you will, something easy for the children to remember. There's a lake there called Boreal's Lake, because it was always in reference to making sure the children did not play on the lake, because the ice would get thin during the summertime season. The other name for Boreal, I don't suppose you've ever heard of the name Yormonger before?
I mean, out of character, absolutely. In character, would I?
You did.
Oh, lovely. Do you know anything about Kenbacks? Kennebacks, rather.
She'll speak up and be like, I don't directly know the name itself, but it sounds not nice.
Yes, that's what I've gathered. The only leads that I have on this, after I relate that Kennebacks will awaken, darkness will consume, nothing will survive, Lumos must be warned, and the key is Boreal's heart. And I will impress with Rovan in the area that this is not the first time this has happened. I've had it from now multiple fucking sources.
Well, it would make sense that you would hear something between Lumos and Boreal, or Yormonger. They have a warring feud between each other.
Oh. Lovely.
Lumos was, and she kind of like puts her hands up to kind of hold one hand out. Lumos was said to be the god of the sun, the creator of life and giver of our solar system.
So basically, this prophecy is almost entirely based on all of our solar system is going to be killed, and we must warn everybody that something's going to try and murder it.
More or less. The part about the heart is a little bit different. So Yormonger himself, I mean, aside from his cult, it's believed he's been dead for a very long time. Something about their feud between the two is something we're aware of. There are thoughts that Yormonger is somewhere on Uvis, being that he has a lake named after him, or more so just related to. I would have to ask more to the church, but if there's anything that most of us know about Boreal, it's that his other name is Yormonger, and his cults tend to thrive on Uvis very well. They have been working for years to try to underhand Eridan's church and try to build up more of a collective clan together in order to find him, if you will. They feel strongly that he's there, but no one has found him. But no one's found him.
Find him, potentially to wake him up.
Yes.
Fucking lovely. Marvelous.
Why would you need Yormonger's heart?
That's apparently the key to whatever is coming. Assuming I haven't been misled the entire time, And
It
I'm
sounds like you've been misled this entire time completely, my darling. You need to drink
Well-
some tea and sit down and clear your mind. I think it would help. Because it sounds like you've had quite a few people in it.
whilst I have you here, lady, I'm gonna pull out Eridan's staff. Can you identify this?
Alright, so now you're going to do an intimidation check with advantage.
Oh no.
Be nice!
Gonna do intimidation.
Why does
check.
this always happen?
Why do you keep pulling shit out?
Well, she just did me a favor. I figured I might as well, like, offer her a suggestion.
I say this, and, like, I have trouble finding my notes.
I mean, to be fair, you also did mention, pretty, like, hint-wise, that the person to ask if none of my party could identify this staff was literally in the party with us.
Did you ask Nox perchance?
None of you guys could identify.
Oh, we didn't? Okay. Oh, the actual ability of identify. Got you.
So you pull. What did you get for the roll?
I was hoping you were kidding.
Nope, I'm not kidding.
I got a 13. I'm hoping that that's not very intimidating.
That's with advantage?
No.
I want the advantage part.
Yes, that's with advantage.
Okay. A 13, she kind of puts her left hand to her mouth in kind of a quivering sense, and the right hand points out towards the staff, but almost looks as if like she's trying to reach out to it and also at the same time like hold back as she kind of... Where did you find this?
You really don't want to know.
The church has been searching for this for years. She says a few words under her breath that seem to be
She's
in
praying.
in a different language.
Identify which language?
You can,
I didn't hear that, sorry.
you can.
What do I roll for identification of languages?
I guess it would be an investigation.
15?
She is saying words in Celestial.
Comforting.
The staff was taken. It was being transported. That's all I know. She almost
Yeah,
wants to like touch it.
A letter. Let's just say that the people who were handling it are no longer with us, and gods above, probably a very good thing that they aren't.
Eridan would see good favor in you then.
No, it wasn't just me. I've just been holding on to it.
The story goes that Eridan himself slayed his rival, and the skull that makes up the staff's head is that of his enemy. It is used frequently to make moonfire.
Moonfire?
It was used during rituals and passed out as a ceremony by bathing the skull in milk and wine. And when passed over the altar in the moonlight of Eridan, it would make moonfire, this incredible substance. The Moon Maidens would talk about it for years. It had magical properties. It could destroy the undead. it empowered, enthralled us, enchanted. It had so many blessings.
All the blessings.
Indeed. Well, potentially good we're taking it back to him.
You would have favor with anyone you showed this with. But I heed you warning. Yormunger's cult would not take kindly to knowing you have this.
Yormunger's cult is going to have a lot bigger problems to deal with if we get having to have wards.
She says some more words under her breath.
Hopefully polite ones.
Oh no, they're more in Celestial, but it seems to be a continuation of the previous prayer. You can do a religion check if you want.
Sure.
This always goes super well.
You cut out.
Sure, this always goes super well when I do this one.
I'm sending positive vibes.
Goodbye.
Well, the first one was a 1 and the second one was a 19, so...
There you go. Advantage, yeah.
So, Moonfire
This amounts of
is
luck.
a magical substance that was previously have been, but it is glowing white, milky.
Did you cut out for anyone else?
He's very cutty out-ish now.
This white kind of custardy substance. It's almost kind of like quicksilver that was originally believed to be created by Saloon, but it can be mimicked in some ways. It can be used to enchant items, empower the faithful, and even destroy undead. It's able to commonly make certain magical items and create certain magical shields. It also had the ability to give the faithful certain powers for certain periods of time, and it was said that gods of the moon were able to give and take to those who consumed Moonfire. So if it were ever stolen, the clergy would go to great lengths to try to retrieve it. And it was said that Eridan and Saloon were capable of blessing those who were blessed under it. They could give you power, they could take it away.
Even more fun.
Nope. No one knew of a way to force it to be produced of a certain result. Those who tried to steal it came up empty-handed and disappeared when the gods desired.
So how did the what's them faces get it?
I only know that it was being moved.
What? No, can just pop up note. Wasn't it Lloyd and Mama who had it?
It was Lloyd Knight Spire who had it in his possession.
Well, I think your church gave it to the Night Spires, or somebody gave it to the Night Spires.
Nobody would dare give this.
Well, that's where it was. Make of those conclusions as you will.
I will only see that Eridan clearly has given you all blessing to go ahead and see that his most trusted items are returned.
Well, hopefully he's alive to ensure that the rest of him is returned, and we'll work on that.
Give me a intimidation with advantage.
For the love of fuck, I'm just being blithe! I got a 17. Happy?
It has given her a grimacing face, but she will kind of nod to it and pick up her bag and leave before bowing to the staff once more and then bowing again at the door as the door is closed.
Making friends and influencing people, she'll say, putting it back in on her person. I seem to be making friends everywhere, she'll say dryly.
As you guys take the time to also extract the 4 units of fulminite,
And Nox will be helping out with this for what it's worth.
But
I use Erupting Earth on the Fulminate. Does that help?
please hold. Stone erupted. Just the ground.
When mining does this.
Roll me a chance die.
Oh, this is gonna go wonderfully.
We're gonna go high again.
Ooh.
You do break and sever the entire asteroid in two.
I was asking if it would do that. Like, would I know to do that? I wasn't saying I was going to do that.
If you were to do it,
But isn't breaking what we want in the end?
you would think initially that you could possibly get the asteroid to kind of let go of the crystals more in full, but it seems like it would still probably be a safer option to just kind of take the parts apart.
Okay. I will not do that then.
Eris, don't break the asteroid. We need it.
I have an image of us just lashing the asteroid to the ship and leaving.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
it's not the
it's too
stupidest
big.
thing we've done.
It's not even a case of too big. It weighs too much. You'd probably need
It's
Who wants to
floating
get
in
under
space.
push?
it's floating in space, but it still works on tonnage. You would give Eris an aneurysm trying to pull it.
Shrink it first, obviously.
Oh, good God.
No,
Kidding.
Reduce it.
Kidding.
I don't think that it changes the weight anyways, it's just the size.
Eris, did you want to ask something to Nox?
I'll get to that.
Nox
That'll
just
be
walked away, so.
That'll be along the way. Kind of thing.
Well, then, are you guys going to head on your way towards...
I sent you down a couple messages, and I have something else to do when it's the next day.
Okay. So yeah, we'll say that the time passed.
So we long rested?
We long rested.
God dang it, I was just getting pop. Of course, wrong time to walk away.
There we go. Get my HP back.
Yeah.
And all my attacks.
And all your echoes.
Yeah.
Nope, some of those timelines are still gone.
Ooh.
Oof.
They're just motes. You are taking motes of possibility. You are not destroying timelines. Stop saying that. It sounds much worse.
But it's cooler that way.
Is it though? Is it though?
John, I request the dodecahedron from Critical Role Campaign 2 so we can put this to bed, because this way is the only way it makes sense.
Salon does not hear your pleas for mercy.
Technically...
Not hear my pleas for continuity.
I apologize. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head if druids have a focus item.
What was that? You're a little quiet.
Do druids have an item to use like a focus?
I don't think so.
Because
I'm reading. 1 second.
Eris, then yes, it would cost you.
Oh, yes, they do. They do have a druidic focus.
Never mind then.
Just like they're basically exactly like clerics.
Then it should not then, Eris.
Okay, and then second question.
It's like an asteroid thick. In like a rock.
Some days I want to be privy to these conversations that we only ever hear half of.
He was asking me about like materials cost for certain spells, and then he's been, while you guys have been in between going through the lore of the world, he's been asking me, how do I take this spider with me?
As typical Eris formation. Yep.
Well, I mean, we each dream big in our own way. I want to save the universe. He wants to save the asteroid.
Eris, I will give you a chance die with disadvantage. You know what? That doesn't.
I'm
work
going
that way.
low
So
this time. Yay. Another one? Just because.
No, it did it. I thought to myself, I was like, oh yeah, I can work it this way. Could you? I have to like. I'm scrolling. Okay, so the reason I'm saying this is because I'm actually scrolling through the extended materials, and you
If
could.
not, it's not a big deal.
No,
It's just-
you could.
What kind of armor? What kind of would it be?
It
Heavy,
would be
light?
like it would be like Titan.
What class would it be? Light, heavy, medium?
It would replace the metal while wearing medium armor made of Titan. The armor's dexterity bonus would increase by +1.
So it's a medium armor.
While wearing it as medium armor.
Yeah, okay. And what about the shark skin?
The shark skin would be very much like certain types of hide. And so for the sake of saying, I will say it's... So it's kind of out here in the coldness of space. I'm going to say it's kind of like Salstini hide, which would be about... Cause that's... No, it's more like scales. It's scales or hide. It's either one. But yeah, it would replace metal used to create scale mail or similarly scaled armor. Yes.
So would that be, again, light, medium?
Scale mail is more medium armor.
And second thing, so it's next day, right? We've done long rest and done things.
It is the long rest, yes.
And to go back over to the ship, see if the captain's there.
Oh, he's there. He's been chopping away. Clone.
Merc has been helping him. That kind of makes sense since he paid for passage.
More specifically for the ship. Or the ship, if he's there. Not where he's harvesting.
Well, no, he's chipping away at his materials and kind of shuffling them back and forth. His clone kind of does the piece maneuvering.
And my Echo also assists with stuff like this.
Oh, look at you.
I'm just wondering.
I'll
It has to stay within 30 feet of me, yes, but...
I'll catch him as he's moving materials back. I'll save you some money in the tow, and I'll dispel magic on the webbing.
You see the clone just kind of like stop in place and turn back towards Vibine, who's like, "Oh, well, damn, that would save me quite a bit."
The feathers will then go bright green, and I will dispel the magic.
I need a dispel check.
And what's that?
Go to the DC is 18. So choose a creature, any third level or lower on the target for the fourth level of blood. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's equivalent on a successful check. When casting this, so you're gonna do, I believe it's a 1d20 plus your spell modifier. So that
And
would
is
be...
that so? Would I identify it as like as a level 4 spell, or what's spell is webbing?
Well, it just says it's a DC 18.
Okay, so casting
Um,
casting the spell magic
When
at
you
a higher level
cast
will make no
this
difference.
spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, you automatically end the effects of a spell on the target if the spell's level is equal to or less than the spell slot you use.
I'll use a level 4 on it then.
He is breaking that spell.
I know. It makes more sense when it's an actual spell and not like the material.
Yeah. Otherwise, that spider has magic butt web.
Yeah, it's more like trying to dispel the effect on a magic item.
So add your wisdom modifier to a 1d20, and you are going to need a
Wisdom modifier is
fif-
+3.
So you'll need a 15.
And do I also use my spell attack bonus thing at all, or?
It does not say that. It says for dispel magic, you do so by rolling a 1d20 and add your spellcasting ability modifier. If it meets or exceeds the DC of the spell, then it dispels.
And that's just straight up wisdom then?
I don't know if anyone has anything that can help you bonus to that.
Oh, maybe
What?
some.
Does anyone have anything that would
Inspiration.
help buff his dispel?
I mean, set something on fire?
I technically have guidance, but that's a skill set.
Someone could also use the help action to assist, which would give advantage.
I'm so glad we have another DM in our party to tell us these.
I think Bardic Inspiration would work for this.
If I'm helping too much, Sean, let me know and I'll be quiet.
No, I appreciate. I'm slowly like dragging your chair closer.
Is this a skill check?
It's technically a spell check.
One ability check. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, it is an ability check.
Oh, well,
It's not a skill check, though.
yeah.
I
One
lied.
ability
Ability
check
check.
of his choice. So I.
I'll come through the chirp before I do this. I'm going to attempt to remove the webbing on this other ship if someone wants to give me a hand with a dispel magic spell. Whoever's available.
Nox would definitely help out.
Merc would come over and be like, "I'll cheer you on, but I can't help."
At least he's honest.
Elnaya, do you want to give him Bardic Inspiration as well?
Yes, absolutely.
So you will be able to add your 7th level. And I have to like double check to see like what is the level for Bardic Inspiration. It's just a D6, right?
I think it is right now. It starts at a D4.
Oh, sorry,
goes-
it's a D8 at 5th level. Okay, so it's a
Okay.
1D8 you'll add on to that. There's
It starts 1. That's our
1d20
D20 plus 3.
plus 3 plus 1D8. And I guess. Okay, roll a 1D8. I don't think guidance would. The spell does not break the webbing. Although, no, wait. Nox said he was giving you the help action.
Yep, that too. Guidance and help.
Which would give advantage on the d20 roll.
Do it again.
Plus 3.
Plus 3. Plus 1d8. Okay, you will need to get at least a 6.
The second roll on the D20 was a 9.
Yeah, what plus 1d, and then now add a 1d8. You'll need at least a 6 on this. That is a 5.
No.
Uh-oh.
Still does not break the weapon. You'll see Vivine and his clone both having his hands on their hips, kind of staring as your magic coming out of your feathers pours onto this webbing, and it vibrates it, but it will not let go. It kind of looks almost like a queso cheese that is hardened up. You're just kind of like plunging at it.
Wait a second. Doesn't Kadros have dispel magic?
Oh, he might.
He does not.
What?
Damn it.
Aw.
Yeah, telekinesis, invisibility, and detect thoughts.
Can I try again at level
Exactly.
3? I want to get this webbing off.
He has dispel good evil. That's I think. No, that's not what it is.
Oh, okay.
You want to do level 3? Okay.
Nox is assisting again.
I'd love to believe that we're all just staring at this webbing being pulled at.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Well, that's
The
better.
second time. So tell me how you're doing with the second time with your nat 20.
You got it.
Very frustrated with it not moving the first time. He's like, "Hey, hold my beer. Let's do this again."
You don't even drink.
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm all out of beer, so let's do this.
If you're out of the beer, what are
Wings
you
will
telling people to
once again
hold?
extend. The brightness from the feathers will just absolutely intensify.
And you see these two large feathers that kind of pull in and swoop through. And immediately they tear through the webbing and starts to dissolve and disintegrate. And the ship is free. You'll actually hear a soft hum and a chirp from the ship as it's able to finally move its legs around. It seems to be checking one after another.
That sounds fucking adorable.
You see it like kind of like reach over with one of its tentacles and kind of pat Eris on the head.
Aw.
Proceed to bow in return, and should safe travels.
Well, I'll be damned. You made me sweat for a second. I haven't sweated since the first war.
I don't stand for spelljammers being trapped like that. Appreciate them too
Well-
much. The gift of
Well,
flight
truth
is
be
not
told,
one to
yeah.
be withheld.
Well, truth be told, maybe I should have eaten my words when I had the chance. He kind of like reaches into one of the bins that he's been taking pieces of Fulminar out, and he hands you another 2 pieces of Fulminar.
Whoa.
Appreciate it. I'll take that.
Well, I guess I can finally be on my way. Goddamn.
Is there any more of this asteroid you wish to harvest before we leave?
Oh no, I still got more. He has not finished the whole. There's like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 notes. There's plenty of notes. He's gonna be working at this for a while, but he's fine. The ship is now free, so now he actually has his attack vessel back.
That'll help him harvest more, too. I'll turn to Mercury. Are you staying with them, or are you coming with us?
I was planning to stay because he's going where I need to go. Where are you guys headed?
Wait.
We are headed to... Where are we headed again?
Aren't you the fucking pilot here?
I just don't remember the name of the place, that's it.
Fire Signia, I think it
You're the
was.
one who should know where you're going if anybody does.
Right.
We're basically going to Fire McFlamey Pants, the planet closest to the sun.
Is that the exact words you say to Merc?
You know what? Sure. Pyrosignia is the planet's name.
He kind of tilts his head a little bit. Kind of looks like a dog that doesn't quite understand what you're saying.
You can do an insight check with disadvantage if you like.
Merc?
Yeah, if you want. Or
I'll
you'll
respond
get their
with that.
explanation.
Can't remember. I remember how to get there, but I can't remember the name of the planet. But it's something fiery. I think it's hot.
Someone's gonna say the sun.
Do you want a 20 or a 23 on that insight check?
Oh my god. It's Pyrus Ittern.
Pyrus Ittern. There we go.
He's like, I think we're going to the same place.
You're welcome to come along if
Pyrus-
you wish. But
What is it, Pyrus Ittern?
Yes.
That's what it's called, right? Look.
Merc's like, and you guys are leaving right now?
We are.
Have we harvested everything?
His next question would be, do you have room for one more?
We'll make
Really?
one
Your ship seems pretty full.
Yeah, well, we can manage.
It's pretty big.
You'd be
Can't you-
surprised.
You can't eat in the dining room at nighttime, but that's a different story.
It's not like I need to eat or drink or sleep.
Great, we'll just strap you down to this deck or something.
I don't recall, but if you saw our last Spelljammer, but we upgraded.
He's like, no, I never did.
We
He
are.
would turn to, oh, what's his name again? I keep forgetting his name, Sean.
Oh, V-Bind?
V-Bind, yes, that's it. And he's like, you'll be alright if I leave you and join these guys. They'll be there a little quicker than you.
He will wave, his clone will wave at the same style, and so will the ship will all wave simultaneously. And they'll be like, y'all go ahead, I gotta go ahead and collecting all this. Now that I got my ship back, I can at least harvest this stuff twice as fast.
Ah.
I think the
Merc
ship's
will,
helping out.
Merc will take another one of those coins out of his pouch and flick it towards him and be like, appreciate your help up till now.
Well, god damn, it's my damn lucky day. I don't have to pay. Hold on, I gotta go call a guy and tell him to go away.
If you need anything further, you know where to find us. We're, I believe, heading to the same spot. If you need assistance further, just find us.
He'll happily give you his card.
Yes, that'll work. Thank you. We'll do likewise. If we need a hand, we'll be sure to contact you. Until then, good day and safe traveling. And hopefully get a bountiful harvest out of this place.
And he will most appreciate. And yeah, you guys can collectively go when you're ready.
Fly back to the ship and proceed to let the crew know that Merc will be coming with us, so we'll just wait for him to get back on board, and then we'll be underway, everybody.
Oh my god, Merc will recognize Dag!
Hey!
Merc, you get back on ship and you see this short little goblin, or not short little kobold, and his collection of goblins. You've met these people before. Now they look a little more fancy. They've dressed up a bit more. They're not all naked.
They still wearing boots as armor still?
No, that's still Dan. Don't worry about Dan.
Okay. I won't.
Like the goblins and the kobolds, is that right?
Once I get back on ship and start moving to work, Kevin. Dag, let's prep the ship to go leave. Hidozi, just make sure all things are stowed properly. Let's be underway as soon as possible. Everyone else on board?
I am the captain. Empty fucking station. Let's go. You'll see him like giving off commands to everybody as he like takes up his little leadership role. One point, taking a fire off with his little pistol.
Merc will turn to Eris and it's like, we didn't bring the crocodile as well, right?
No, she's safe. Says
Immediately, everybody turns towards Merc. Followed by immediately return to the dude.
No, Merc, we, it's at the sanctuary, actually.
Raise the anchor. Prep
Prep
the drive. I'm just kind of barking out orders as you're going.
Brace yourself, Doctor.
Get in my chair, do a scan through the ship, make sure the head count's proper.
All head counts are proper unless you count additional Merc heads.
Merc head is accounted for.
Merc makes an echo of himself to throw off your count.
I know which one's which. You can't fool me, Merc. I nail this ship backwards and forwards. Alright, let's be underway.
Nox is going to stretch and just head on down to his room. I'll be in the room if you need me. Mark, do we need to get you a chirp?
Yes.
Yeah, which, sorry?
Chirp. Communicator.
He's like, what's a chirp?
He needs one.
Yep.
Nox is going to show him Wrist. Essentially, it's a wrist communicator that allows us to communicate with each other, has a map, has email, has radio.
And is able to contact your pilot.
He's like, I've seen people with those. They don't seem quite handy.
Trust me, let's put it this way. Ask Rovan how much of an inconvenience it can be at times to not have one.
To not have one. Let's make that part clear.
Rovan was going to agree that it is an extreme inconvenience to have one.
Yeah, shut up. I remember Nox shoving his across the damn floor so I could talk to you.
Much to everybody's detriment.
The minute that we're all in trouble, and we need you, and you can't be found because you can't be whispered at from across a very dangerous situation, I will be pointing this the fuck out if we survive it.
Oh, worry not. I am extremely good at finding trouble, regardless of.
No,
I don't doubt your ability to find trouble. Whether or not apparently you're able to find the proper forms once you get into it is a different story.
And so begins the fight once more.
And we continue on flying.
I'm gonna push the engines to 110% for 4 hours to make up some time.
On save, please.
Nox is going to make 2 more chirps. I presume that shouldn't be too hard at this point.
Eris, you tire out. You need to rest for a day.
I'll call Dag up to the bridge. Dag, I need to rest. Can you take over for a bit?
Dag will happily go up to take command as the goblins will all follow behind him. Well, some of them, at least Dan.
Upon leaving the chair, I'll bring the ship down to 100%. Just, standard running operations.
Okay, you keep the ship going, and anything else from anybody over the course of the next 3 days?
Crafting!
Survival.
Crafting. Okay,
boy.
I heard crafting
Yeah.
from.
I was just confirming that it was 3 days.
It's
then-
3 days. Vale, you were next.
I mean, I'm considering whether or not I want to pester the priestess about Boreal and this prophecy and if she knows anything further about it, but I think I need some more time to actually consider what I want to ask her first.
Okay, that's fine. Rovan.
Rovan is going to spend some time with Conduit and Littlethink and recover. He's not doing much at this point.
Conduit, you notice that after 24 hours, that kind of electrical effect on Conduit's teeth comes to a stop.
So it's a temporary buff.
Oh, we have some more to feed him. Should he need more?
They really should stop feeding you strange things, and you should know better than to eat them.
Ilnaya, anything from you?
Nia is mostly like in the weeds of her composition.
So you found a bunch of weeds growing on the ship, and you just have been sitting in them. For clarification.
So long as she's not wearing widow's weeds at the same time, I think we'll be fine.
Why would she be? She's not married. Never has been.
That's the joke.
Eris will
Ah,
come through in the chirp in his next time in the chair, and it's like, how is Conduit handling? Checking in on him after I brought him back. Let alone yourself, Rovan.
He's grouchy, says Vale.
The both of us seem to be recovering thanks to your efforts.
Most excellent. Did he finish his glorious meal yet?
Surprisingly, that shark has been proven more than a match for him. He still has some leftovers.
Alice is keeping him occupied
Phrasing.
for a while.
Oh, I lied. It's actually 2. I forgot he ate a whole body. Sorry. So, Ilnaya, what was the last you were doing?
she probably would also have checked in on Hogan and Conduit as well, just sort of peeked in, made sure everyone was still breathing, gone back to her endless wrestling with her compositions. This one is just really difficult for her.
I do not want another
Okay.
BM that Serpent's going to have after this.
Give me another performance check.
Oh boy, okay. I don't know why I check it. It hasn't checked. 24.
Doing well. You are starting to feel very confident about your song, and you feel As the planet grows closer and closer, the strength in your stomach is empowering you more. You know that your quest is coming to its end.
However this ends, it ends soon. Ah,
That's not morbid and terrifying at all.
no, that's... It'll be alright, I think.
Look, what are you doing?
We speaking to me?
You didn't. You
No, I was
kinda
asking Mark, what are you doing?
Sorry, I didn't hear it.
Over the next
He'd
3
probably
days?
take the time to like maintain his weapons and armor and stuff. It would kind of be odd seeing a Warforged take off their armor, as that literally looks like they're molting part of their body. Because they actually incorporate it into themselves, so he'd take off his armor and his weapons, and he'd probably just take the time to maintain them and not really do too much. Maybe catch up with the crew a little bit about their adventures. Ask them what they've been up to.
You might sense the Eris coming through the trip again. Maybe picking up that he's taking off his armor. It's like, do you need a hand maintaining your armor there, Merc, or you got that handled?
Merc could be like, no, I am good. It, provided I have a chirp already. That's the thing.
I'll just do ship wide at that point.
And then I guess Merc would have to go find Eris after that.
It's just located on the main level, but in a back room, effectively. Actually, I was gonna say, I guess I could transferring the map.
You can find any one of the crew members to respond to that. Or you can come find me up in the captain's quarters.
Yeah, if you page out to Merc and ask that, he would come find you. Also help him get to know the ship, I suppose. Oh, it's a big ship.
Oh yeah.
It's a nice ship.
We weren't kidding when we said we upgraded.
But I had you guys all on battle mode from when you fought the
Vortex. That's a lot.
They are fairly big ships.
Yeah, so he would pick up his armor, and his glaive would probably still be incorporated, and he would go find Eris.
I'll give him directions if knowing that.
He'd be like, thank you for... Oh, once he actually found Eris, since he can't communicate back with the chirp, he'd be like, thank you for the offer, but it's part of, you could say, my post-battle ritual to maintain my weapons and armor.
Not a problem. As a new crew member of the ship, I have mending willing to offer. Like to see everyone comfortable. As you can see, we got lots of room for you. There's never a doubt.
Oh, yes. Yes, I've noticed this. They were talking about not having enough space for everybody last time I was with the party, but
Yeah, we have since then found another ship and proceeded to upgrade it.
yes, it held up quite well in the battle, all things considered.
Yeah, sorry about the rough landing there. I'm just trying to get down you in case you needed to get up and off of them. Pretty getting overwhelmed.
I was quite surprised when the ship crashed into the asteroid right behind me.
It's not the first time I've done something like that.
Hmm.
Crashing,
So
no.
so I've
I
gathered.
should specify it. I wasn't crashing. I was removing a pest from the side of my ship. That's why the blue mark on the ship you may have seen.
There's a mark across like the side of it or something.
Oh.
Is that right?
Yeah.
There's a smudge.
It's like I was gonna ask about that, but I didn't know if it was appropriate to ask a pilot
It was a
about
previous
their
encounter.
mistakes.
It was a giant gold
That was a deliberate
spider, I think
thing.
it was. I can't remember exactly what it was, but
Clockwork horror.
yeah, it was one of those clockwork horrors. That's what it was. It wouldn't get off my ship, so I rubbed it against an asteroid.
Eris will tell you a story of how, in a battle against a ship that was overtaken by clockwork horrors and a particularly menacing large one, he used the ship as a giant thumb, if you will, and squished it between
Ew.
it and the stone outer wall, which was a finishing move I didn't think was going to come except in Mortal Kombat 25.
Turns out, heavy ship, big asteroid, squished bits. I thought it was a fitting, battle mark, so I left it on there.
Mark, after you're done relating the story, it's like, I see you're fitting right in with this group.
Oh yeah. Hired me to be a pilot.
Why does
seemed
that
to
feel like
fit
a
in
little
just
bit of
fine.
backlash compliment? Bale says out of character.
I believe they've actually mentioned you in the past, Mark. I guess you were with this group previously.
For a little bit, yep. They found me buried in a tunnel on what was the name of that place, Sean? I don't remember.
You were on Omiya 6.
Omiya 6.
In
On
the
Omiya 6, yep.
We have since made that place our base of operations, as you say.
It doesn't seem like a bad place. Unfortunately, I don't have much of my memory, so I don't really have much to compare it to, but it didn't seem like the worst place in the world.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever met the captain of this crew. I think her name was
Amira.
Amira. Does that name ring a bell to you at all?
I don't think so. Mark would shake his head no.
Anyway, she's maintaining the home front for now, and basically running the office for us, in a sense.
So she's maintaining the office, and you're using her ship? Is that correct?
And in a way, I believe Nox was the one taking over in that sense. I am more or less just a pilot and a good part of the crew now.
Well, you seem pretty alright, like for a bird brain.
I mean, jokes could be had. Still get stuff done. When I first met this party, oh man, the jokes just were ongoing. It was quite feathering.
Seemed interminable. Interminable? Eh.
What's that saying? Birds of a feather flock together?
It was pretty flocked up.
Oh no!
But feel free to make yourself at home on the ship here. Nox is down in his workshop if you're interested in that kind of thing, or either way.
You'd be like, no, I just need somewhere I can just work on my armor in peace. As I said, it's more meditation than anything else.
If you find an empty room, or just checking with the crews, I'm not sure if there's an empty room right now, but probably will be. Just checking with either Dag or anyone of the crew, they can probably point you in that direction.
Right, sounds good.
The main hold is in the lower deck if you need that room as well. So.
Alright, so I guess the question is, where would Merc set up? He doesn't need like a bed and stuff. So I don't think he would necessarily need to take a room. Sorry, I didn't catch what you're saying there, Sean.
Nope, I was just saying no, I was just kind of agreeing with you.
Ultimately, I don't know where any place would be that would work. Like, I think they all work. I don't think there's one like, oh, this would be perfect for you. I think there's...
Basically, come through the trip to the crew then. It was like, Merc needs a spot to maintain his armor. Anybody know of a spare room or a spot you can do that with? If you could, scan him to there for me, please.
Because Naya's in the room across from Nox, right?
She was sleeping there previously, yes.
Yeah, and he wouldn't want to take up a place with a bed because he doesn't need it.
Honestly, I think somewhere probably in the lower hold near Robin. That's at least my guess.
There's quite a bit of empty room down there.
Right, well, he would set up in there. Is that kind of in the main area, or what are we thinking? Down here somewhere?
Yeah, choose any of those spots. If we want to be in the main area, you may not have privacy, but it's absolutely yours.
I don't think he would be that concerned about privacy, considering his pre-amnesia background. Not that he remembers it, but still impacts his character, I would assume. So,
I wonder what's causing that. If I know about it.
has been a mystery that we've been curious about too.
PC Merc has no idea. Heck, he didn't even have a name. His Merc is just kind of the nickname the party has given him.
He did choose Mercury as his name. Until he can figure out what his name actually is.
And as you guys take your time settling in, eventually you start to make your way towards Pyrus Edern. Within almost 500 miles, you can start to feel the heat and the flame. The planet is cracked. There are many spots that are burning. It is a massive...
We always go to such nice places.
Well,
What will you do?
Oh, crew, we're in the view range of the planet we were heading toward. Was anybody had a specific spot they wanted to head to?
I guess it's probably best to find where Naya
We
needs
have
to
to
go to.
Nia,
I love I keep
sort
calling
of
you Naya for
nod.
some reason.
Things Naya is concerned about, not where the hell we land.
Well, she is concerned about where the hell we land, but she doesn't quite know where the hell we need to go, so it's like she can't really influence it.
Why don't you ask the lady?
She's thinks about it and is like, yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go and do that. And she, fucks off back to her room to commune with the lady.
Give me a history check.
Alright.
I do it with advantage because you had been talking to about this before.
You're gonna maintain a
Alright.
high orbit until otherwise directed.
Sorry, just tabbing around, trying to find. There it is. Nine. Nia is rolling like shit for the things that really matter. Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh no.
Go to your messages real quick.
Ah. Which direction is, we should... Do you know where the Black Rock Rise is? It's... She pauses, pinches the bridge of her nose, thinking very hard. It was, a citadel called the Golden Lion, like 100 years ago, from Fourth Nun, crashed somewhere towards the Black Rock Rise here, which is why I'm asking. It was carrying
Map of this
cauldron.
place?
Do we? Does one exist? Like, I suppose one would exist somewhere.
You know that there is a place called Black Rock Rise.
Do we know where it
Yes,
is?
yeah, that's the next question.
Anyone can do a nature check to kind of, or I guess it would be survival, to remember the location.
I think. Yeah, Nox got a 19 too.
You know that it's somewhere in this location.
Right in the middle of the crack of the planet. That's not ominous.
All right. Well,
Gotta go into the crack. Don't
God
worry,
damn it,
no other
Swan.
person has gone before.
That was not where I was going with that, but okay.
seems like you'd have to be pretty cracked to go down there.
Ba-ba-da-ba.
Don't worry, we'll take a crack at it.
Like you all didn't hear that coming. Come on.
Eris, do you follow the instruction to approach?
Yep. Once I'm getting more of a general idea where I'm locating, I will move to a lower orbit and see to try and get to that area.
Glorious. Rovan, I need an immediate wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Maybe this wasn't a wise course of action after all.
Rovan doesn't do so good on that one. 4.
Uh-oh.
Rovan, you take 2 points of exhaustion as your mind is completely and utterly filled with noise. As your ship enters down into low orbit, you find it's hard to pick out Black Rock Rise because everything is black and everything is rock.
And rising.
All you hear around is the sounds of crackles and laughs and giggles. Rovan, the reason why you're having this moment of confusion in your 2 points of exhaustion is because your portal sense is going off everywhere at the same time. There are literally millions of devils and demons taking the opportunity to get up and out of the area for whatever deal they can find.
Dear.
One thing in particular that comes up often and seems to be as Eris flies over miles and miles is you hear this continuous cackling and constant sound of super heavy chain.
Ask the lady about where the best option to go is. And she did charge me with assisting, so you know.
We're going... Oh, we're going directly to hell. When I joked about facing...
Place. Let's be done with this task sooner rather than later.
Can't hear you at all.
I like not this place. Let's be done with this task and be on our way. The sooner the better.
And whoever
I
hears
can-
cackling, which would be everybody, is allowed a religion check.
Oh boy, okay.
Is what?
Whoever hears the cackling, which would typically be everyone, is allowed a religion check.
Nia don't know shit.
Harrison knows too much.
What do you want?
17.
13.
Merc knows exactly enough.
Not in Vale. You both have heard of stories of somebody who did successfully acquire godlyhood inside Omnia 6. And what you are listening to, or rather you've heard the tales of, is the Hadozi King,
Oh.
believed to be the god of trickery, I apologize, the god of suffering, and the god of entertainment.
Yeah, that's a hell of a conversation.
It was
Jesus,
once
sounds like
believed that he
weirdest
was
fucking domains.
it was believed once that he was mortal, that he himself was able to successfully take down the previous ruler of Pyrus Itern. And his funniest joke was that he now could tell everyone his greatest laughter by making sure he is heard everywhere. As you guys fly through the area, caught underneath a massive mountain, you see him chained down. and laughing his head off.
Mad King. Right, can I have asked the lady myself about this situation and where to go and how to get there and what's the safest way to get there without dying of hating laughter?
Do you have a way to communicate with her?
I'm just gonna go downstairs and concentrate really hard. And, you know, because I'm interceding on Naya's behalf, because this is on Naya's behalf, I'm hoping she'll get the hint.
Give me a chance die.
Okay.
You say this with fear.
I mean, rolls are luck, and I don't have that very much.
High or low?
Is medium an option?
Medium is not an option.
32.
You do not get a sense or response. But as you guys are flying over the mountains and high rises, you eventually do come across the city that is being held up above the magma and the large mounds of obsidian by large meeting chains. You do see a few spelljammers that seem to be flying off back and forth. I'd like to go ahead and welcome you all to Hellbent.
Oh no.
And that is where we're going to call today's session.
Oh no, can't see the picture. Damn it.
Oh man, what a place to call it, too.
You have to scroll down, scroll out, and scroll down.
Hell,
I can't, I'm out of memory.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. Oh wow, this is a big map. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I'll communicate
Well?
with local authorities and
Oh yes,
ask
we,
for
we
a,
want to communicate with the local authorities.
for a proper
Great
letting
idea.
Always.
or docking site.
Yep.
I know, I just...
I had a really cool picture of this place that was being held up over like this big magma pool by like chains, and I lost it. So I apologize. This is not the image I wanted, but I was like, well, curse you, Pinterest.
Reminds me of the city of Diz, actually, which I drew at one point. I wonder where that drawing went.
Starting at the bottom of the map. But yeah, what did we think of today's session? Was it okay? Was it good? Was it bad?
Oh god.
It was grand old time.
Recording first.
All I heard is, do you want waterboarding first? I don't want waterboarding.
We want to finish the
Religion.
recording first.
Oh. Shall we finish the recording there?
All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Good night,
Yeah.
homies. It has been good.
I can't tell through the fear in Naya's voice.